B-Boys Underground, episode number 76, y'all, starts right now. We've got the one and only Dank1 out of Colorado. Looking forward to this episode, y'all. Let's tap in. We're going to sit back and watch American Made.
Got your notepad? I'm gonna give you a lesson real quick. First off, break it up the top, it's hot soft. You could rock it up or drop it in the parking lots. Avoid the cops and hot blocks get shot. Get your dick sucked by dots, yeah, we rock. Motherfuckers really wanna see the best weed and talk about the cocaine like it's the next thing. Take up the panties and straight up the sexting. Bust on the forehead and roll out for next week. American made, get American paid. Slanging dope, motherfucker, it's American way. I'm American brave, then American slave. Pay Uncle Sam in high taxes, it's the way it's what you do when you're living in the U.S. It's fucked up, working for the dollar for someone else's rough, huh? 33%, but bills can save enough, bruh. Down on the corner for a nickel, kicking dust up.
American made, man. American paid, I like that, playboy. Rough got my notepad. It shines like grind and I did with my nine in my hood, living fine. Always ducking those lines, always ducking those beats. 4 rocks in the city. Can you dig? Can you dig? Can you dig? Can you dig? Got something for your rig, got something for your pod, got something for your girl, got something for your wife. You working that day, I'm working that night. Everything be alright when you fixing that wide. When you fixing that cane on the block, know my name, I'm on top of my game. You homies wanna bang, you homies wanna die. I'll let these bullets fly, I'll let these bullets soar. I'm the king of the pole, I'm the king of the block. It's the way that we walk, it's the way that we talk. Got the game on lock, I'm working that block, I'm working these streets, I'm working these streets till I'm 6 feet deep.
Gotta run up in the city, rather be making the money than to fuck with you dummies. I pity you bitches, you silly motherfuckers who wishing but never hustle. Ambition is something you gotta take with the struggle. You gotta knuckle and not give a fuck a buckle. You ready to die for it? Then baby you better try for it. You gotta struggle and not give a fuck and rack up the city, rack up the money and fuck what they think and make it. Never fake it. Gotta get in for the winning when I'm in the city rolling. If I'm in it just to win it, I'm working harder than ever to get it. Living the music they use it, chasing the dream and I'm never losing. So many motherfuckers wanna see me defeated. These haters are begging and nagging, wishing I would be deleted. But fuck them all, get the money, yeah, get the money. You fuck them all, get the money, you can find me.
What's good, what's good, what's goody, y'all? It's your buzzing cousin Ghost Boogie. Check this out, man. It's B-Boys Underground episode number 76, y'all. We got Dank1 in the house. This is going to be a dope episode. Looking forward to this one. As you heard, man, that sample's always banging. Got a lot of dope stuff and content to go over tonight. If you're new here, we appreciate you. We stream live every single Wednesday at this time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Pacific on 3 different platforms. We're live on twitch.tv/ghostboogie66, like in the name. Please go there, follow, tab up. Make sure you go to Facebook. We have a Facebook Live page. Our Facebook is B-Boys Underground, just like in the name of up above us. Also, youtube.com. B-Boys Underground. Please follow, like, subscribe, all notification bell. If you're new here, thank you If you're watching it in the past, go back and watch all of them. Tab up, you can check out the past episode tab, and you'll be able to see every single past 76 plus, because we even have special edition episodes, because we do pop-ups and all different types of things here on B-Boys Underground. So salute, much love. Pulling up our first co-host, the one and only Mad Ways. What's goody, fam?
What's goody boogie? It's that motherfucking Bluebeard holding it down here for Los Angeles, 323 to the 213. Shout out Big Weez, big up G Dash Fresh. We here with Dank1. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Absolutely. Shout out to the one and only Big Weez. We got my bro right here out of ACO. What's goody?
Yo, yo, yo. It's the big bro, the Box State Bully, rapping here. Getting into this episode with Dank1. Shout out Mad Ways, Ghost Boogie, G Dash can't be with us today, but let's get into this episode. It's gonna be a dope one.
Yes, y'all. Positive vibes, prayers, thoughts out to G Dash Fresh and his wife. Much love to you, fam. You got your prayers out there. And finally, the man of the hour, the one and only Dank1. What's goody?
Yo, what up? It's your boy Dank1 Da Parking Lot Pan. What's happening?
Man, what's good, man? It's good to see you. It's so good to have you on B Boys Underground, man. Been looking forward to this, bro. First off, man, tell us about American Made, because that CCR sample in the background, man. I've heard a couple of, I've heard your entire catalog, but like, did you produce that beat?
No, actually, my producer is Simon Carter, but honestly, bro, I just want to do something different. A lot of people, like in the Chicano rap music, they sample a lot of oldies and old school, which I do
Yeah,
too. I do a lot of some like oldies and old school, but I wanted to do something different. So I've been doing some like, I grew up listening to classic rock, bro. So like,
I can tell,
I
man.
got the CCR right there. I also got
Eric
I redid
Clapton,
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
And then I
Yeah,
did
that's
Whiskey Bottles by Leonard Skinner. I did Whiskey Bottles. So, I just wanted to be different. You know what I'm saying? Try to do something different. And actually, all three of those songs are bangers, bro. Like, I want to do some more classic rock songs, but, just trying to see. It was just kind of like an experiment, like see what people thought about it and felt about it. And just try to, do something different out the box.
You
did the
got
same.
any you got any videos for the other ones or just tracks?
No, man. That's the only one that I got the video for right there. But,
All right.
yeah,
That was banging. That was banging, bro. Shout out.
Hey, the question is that was produced all by the same, like those tracks were all produced by the same producer.
Yeah,
So
Simon
shout.
Carter is my producer. He's been my producer, man, for about going over about 14, 15 years. He's been producing all my albums.
Hey, man, we'd like to be able to get him on here and talk to him, man.
Oh, definitely, man. I'll send
Appreciate
you
his
guys
work.
away.
Salute
Absolutely,
to
man.
Symes Carter. I've done a couple projects with him as well, so salute to him.
Yeah, he makes the bangers, man. He's doing some country and stuff now. So
And where's he
that's
out
his
of?
lane. He's here. He lives here in Denver, but he's originally from Albuquerque,
Okay.
Yep.
New Mexico.
Yeah.
Bootke.
Four corner family. Salute.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. So one of the things that we always do, we start off the show with the first question, and the first question that we ask is this, man. Uh, I think it's always important to figure out what the foundation of an individual is, and of course, the foundation is hip hop. This is what we're here to talk about, and for the love of music, and us doing this, all of us on screen for many years at this point, in some shape, form, or fashion. So, what I want to know is what is the very first time or very first memory that you have associated with hip hop? Take me to, like, take me back in that memory, like what space and time were you in, like what was the smell, the atmosphere, what at a barbecue, like what was going on,
I
what's
mean,
that memory?
honestly, bro, we just grew up hip hop, man. I'm from South Denver, and it was just the style, the lifestyle of growing up in the neighborhood, up in the hood. I mean, it was just natural. That's what we listened to was hip hop. Um, I remember like Bone Thugs and Harmony when they came out, that Thuggish Ruggish Bone. I was in middle school. Everybody was bumping that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was, back in those days, it was like word of mouth. When you got an album, it was all word of mouth. I remember having like the Brad album, like Bone Thug. Of course, got Easy and all that stuff. Ice Cube, and it was me growing up listening to hip hop, I actually got it two different ways because a lot of people don't understand that Colorado, like Denver, Colorado, growing up, a lot of people bumped West Coast music. So there's bumping a lot of Ice Cube, Snoop, Dre, all that Spice One, Sally Sal, all the good stuff. But um, my childhood, I lived with my dad, and my mom lived in Colorado Springs. So my brother lived with my brother in Colorado Springs. And when I went to Colorado Springs, it was different over there. They were bumping East Coast over there. They were bumping Nas, Nine, old school Busta Rhymes, Old Dirty Bastard, Wu-Tang Clan. It was a whole different vibe. So just going from like the Springs to Denver, like I would go to Springs like, holidays and summer and stay with my brother and stuff like that. And it was just a different vibe, man. So I got a little bit of of both hip hops, West Coast and East Coast. I kind of, mix up my music like that.
So what year, how old were you, would you say that was the first time that you heard, like what was the first song or first artist or tape? Do you remember it all?
Honestly, man, I go way back, bro. Like
Yeah.
Ronnie O, Joe Cooley, man. We used to do the bass, you know what I'm saying? Those bass tapes back in the day.
Yeah.
Now we used to do it, bro. Like when I was a kid, I used to go to my cousin's house and we was trying to break downs to like MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, we had what was it? Chicago Run. Young MC, Bust a Move, and all that stuff, man. Like way back, bro. Even KRS-One, old school stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
Right
it's
on.
just like I said, it was just like something it was just something natural that we grew up listening to. Like I guess when you're from the hood, that's what you bump. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man. You like the funk?
Yeah, I like old school, man. I lump a lot of old school. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I listen to. I'm an old head at this point as far as that goes. I love old school and old school hip hop. I like it all though. But yeah, man. Wheeze.
Dank. So what's that time? What's take me to that period where you were like, you know what, I want to pick up a mic and I want to be an artist. What made you decide to be a rapper?
Well, we got to go way back, man. So when I was young, my name Dank1. I was actually a graffiti artist, bro. It was standing for dominating all newcomers. Dank1 also from the VAK crew, Vandalism, Chaos, Virus, Aerosol Kings. And growing up, we just I was a tag banger, bro. Like at that time, if you guys remember back in those days, man, Denver really was really hot on tag banging. We was turning
Yeah.
up the city. You know what I'm saying? Cops were coming after us. They're putting it down on it. But at that time, the same around time, underground parties like techno and rave and stuff was happening up in Denver, but it was actually more underground, like exclusive, like warehouse parties, backyard parties, and stuff like that. And back then, I was out running the streets, slanging dope and stuff. And I had some white homies there, Arvada kids. They was calling the AKs. They're Arvada kids. And at that time, they were throwing a lot of like rave parties, like these crazy ass white boy parties, like you see on TV, man. Where white people get crazy, bro. Like they have different parties that we
I'm
didn't have
already knowing.
in the hood. Like our hood parties got shot up. It was gangs. It was fun. The hood parties were fun back in those days, but the white boy parties were a whole different vibe, man. Like these guys, like you, $5, you get a cup, and you get $5, and you just party until the cops come. And when the cops come, everybody took off running. But I used to go. My homie plugged me in, and I used to go to these parties with him because I used to sell dope. So I was slanging 20s and 40s and stuff to all the white boys at these parties, popping Molly and doing stuff. And I actually started rapping at these parties to drum and bass. It was drum and bass music, and we used to just like it was real live back then, man. Real DJs, vinyl, and we was busting freestyles to drum and bass, just fucking around. And long story short, I mean, forward up a little bit. I caught a dope case in '99. I was in Jefferson County. I got hit by West Metro, and I don't know if I was watching like one of those like Grammy Awards. I can't remember if it was like BET or one of those Grammy Awards, and they had some artists on there, bro, that was just whack. And I was like, man, if these guys could do it, I was like, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? So when I got out of jail, man, like I got my first income tax check, and I started flipping and started doing some music, bought a keyboard, started making beats. I mean, I got a big story, man. I could tell you the whole thing.
That's what's up, man. I remember the AKs, bro. I used to actually go to those parties up in Arvada, bro. They was lit.
Bro, it was crazy. Then we used to go to Boulder. They had the underground Boulder, like underneath the buildings and stuff like that.
Yep,
where was that other place that we used to party all the time? There was right there by the Bronco Stadium. There's that like it's like a mechanic shop. You pull up in the back right there, It was like they opened up the thing, like party back there, man. It was crazy. Yeah, it was pretty live back then. It was pretty dope.
Yes, it was.
You mentioned something, and I always like to know because not to gloss over it, but like to show the triumph through it. Can you talk about the first time you're locked up and what was going through your head, and how did that shift your perspective, and did it help shape form you and help grow you to the man that you're today?
Not really, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you're, always a G, man. You know what I'm saying? But it was just when I was in there, man, it was just when I came out, I just wanted to start to do something different. And like I said, when I came back out, I bought a keyboard and I was trying to make beats. I was trying to make beats, bro. And I tell you, dude, I'm not a beat maker. I fucking suck. And
Gotcha.
but I was trying, you know what I'm saying? Like I could flow. I was flowing. So I bought a keyboard and I was actually making beats outside one time. And the homie pulled up. It was the homie Mr. Local, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Local pulled up, and this is a straight homie. This fool was a straight knucklehead gangster. You know what I'm saying? This fool popped out. He's like, "Hey, yo, what's up, S.A.? What's up, homies? You making some beats?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm making some beats." And he started rapping, and he was connected with Big Daddy Records at that time. So I got to hook up with him. He used to come to my house, and we was just drinking, partying, busting freestyles, and trying to make beats and stuff like that. And like I said, he was already connected. He was connected with Big Daddy Records. He was connected with Frog from Unforgotten Records. So we actually, he told me, man, he was like, man, we don't even have to make beats. I got this producer, Frog from Unforgotten Records. We could just get beats from him, and all we got to do is write the songs. So I went down to Frogs to Unforgotten Records, and that's how we started doing it, man. Got rid of that keyboard, just started buying beats, and started, making songs, and it just took off from there, bro. Like we was doing some major big things, bro. Back in those days, connected with Big Daddy Records. Shit, we used to just roll around in limos all day, man, partying. Big Daddy was doing big stuff back then. He was like the only one that brought Eminem to Denver, did the Up and Smoke After Party tour and all that stuff. But I know, like you said, to go back, like things didn't change, man. We got back in the street. Once you're in the streets, we were just doing other dumb shit. And Big Daddy had took a fall, man, for counterfeit money and stuff. Secret Service came in and got him and stuff like that. We was just doing dumb shit, man. We was getting fools for like half birds, quarter birds. Like we was just doing a bunch of dumb shit. And I mean, that's just how it went. And when he got locked up, he did his time by himself, man. He kept it solid. Like I said, I could tell these stories right now because these are stories that somebody already took a charge for, or the homie's already dead. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never be able to speak about something that's
Absolutely.
that's not taken care of. But me
Hey,
speaking on
look,
something
and
like
this
this,
isn't and this isn't Vlad, so we're not trying to even go there. So
oh yeah, well I'm
we're
just
not.
pointing out, man. You know what I'm saying? These
No,
are
I
this
feel
is
you.
stuff that people already
Yeah,
took charges for. They already did their time.
yeah.
I mean, Big Daddy's actually passed away during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Rest
rest
in
in peace
peace.
to him. So, but I could talk about stuff like this because it's
Right.
something that was in the past and somebody already took their charge. Somebody already did their thing. That's a case that's already closed. But yeah, man, he was in there, and things started to fall apart because he was the one that was putting things together for us. You know what I'm saying? So, with Big Daddy being gone, I went to see him, and I was like, man, what do we do? He's like, just you guys just do what you guys got to do. He's like, just keep on moving, keep on moving. And I was working at that time. You know what I'm saying? I was working. I got my first paycheck, and we were recording through Fraud from Unforgotten Records, and they had a compilation that they were putting out called Elevated Game, where they're getting a bunch of artists from Colorado and they're putting them up on an album. And they had the Elevated Game Volume 2. And they put me on the Elevated Game Volume 2. And me and Local got the idea. We're like, man, let's do what these guys are doing. Let's put a compilation together because we didn't have money to drop an album. We didn't have money to get in the studio to record songs. We only had a couple songs. So we came up with the compilation album, Denver's Most Wanted, and we dropped the first Denver's Most Wanted compilation with all. What I did was I got all the dopest motherfucking gangbangers from Denver, Colorado, because it's Denver's Most Wanted, man. I had everybody up on there like Glock 9, you know what I'm saying? Like I had stuff with Deuce Mob, all the OGs, man, the Rap Old Trues, all the real homies from Denver, man, from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? So um we put the Denver's Most Wanted compilation out, and it just that first album with me and Local on the cover and the zoo suits, that shit just flew, man. It just flew off the shelves. We were sounding them like crazy, bro, and it just took off from there. Like I'm up to Denver's Most Wanted Volume 9 right now, and then I got like 4 or 5, solo albums. That's all. It just kept moving, bro. It just blew up. Denver's Most Wanted just took off.
Yeah, man, there's some great tracks on there, man. Like I enjoyed listening through. I was like, man, this is dope. And you know, I wanted to ask, how has the landscape of Colorado influenced your identity and your voice in hip hop? Like, how's that? How do you represent Colorado? Being from here throughout this whole, because Denver is completely, landlocked out in the middle of nowhere. And it's kind of like Ohio was. I'm out here in Denver now, but, you had like all conversions of all the different, we weren't claiming a coast yet necessarily. Ohio, we were the birthplace of funk, so I love funk music, and I identified with West Coast music myself, like, because it was the funk flavor and everything like that. It was, but for yourself, uh, Colorado. Like, well, tell me about that.
Well, when I first started, Denver had its own sound back then. When you Pure Devotion, Unforgotten Records, MIG, Acid One, Crook, like pretty much Denver had its kind of own vibe when we first started, and a lot of that vibe came from Unforgotten Records. But as time evolved, and I went through different producers. Like I was recording through Player, rest in peace to boy Player. He was doing major things, and Player was more of a commercial level. He was, he did a Busy Bones album, the Midwest Cowboy album. He did Chino XL's album and stuff like that. So I was connected with Player, and we was doing stuff. And I recorded a few songs with him. He was producing me, and then, long story short, man, Symes Carter ended up moving to Denver. And
Yeah,
he kind of put me on a whole different type of sound. Him being my producer, like he was producing Chicano rap. So that's how I got into the Chicano rap market. You know what I'm saying? Like he was already producing New Riders. He produced a Little Rob. He was producing for Bash, Chingo Bling. Producing for everybody, bro. I could go on for days. But I have a story how like I met up with him, and I was like one of the first cats that he came out here, one of the first ones he messed with out here producing.
that's
So it's
dope.
so he's pretty much my sound, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, like he's my producer. He's the one that makes me sound the way I do now. But Denver has its own sound. I mean, it's involved, but I consider myself more of a Chicano rap artist now because that's the lane that I'm in.
Absolutely. And, I wanted to ask specifically, what what role does your cultural heritage play in shaping your sound and your purpose as an artist?
I always consider myself Mexican American. I'm more of American. You know what I'm saying? I'm just straight up American, bro. I mean, I come with Mexican descent, but that's just how we grew up in the hood, man. It's just raza gente. I mean, it's different in Denver. We don't have like in Cali. You guys got like the cholos and stuff like that. When I grew up, we didn't really have cholos. You know what I'm saying? We really didn't have that. So it was a whole different market for me. Like I said, we didn't even bump Chicano rap. I didn't even know what Chicano rap was when I first started doing hip hop. It was something that just came. I got a story about how I got involved in that. Um, like I said, I had met Symes Carter. He just had a different sound and a different vibe. And he was like, "Oh, I'm producing for these people. I'm producing for those people." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I started listening to them. I'm like, "Oh shit! Like this is dope. Like these are like my people. They represent. They talk like how we talk. With the slang. With all that stuff and the style and the lowriders and stuff like that." I'm like, "Oh, dope." I was like, "This is a dope, dope market." But how I actually got in is, I'm the parking lot pimp, man. I was slanging CDs, like Master P, man. We was opening up the trunk, sound them like crazy. So I used to walk up and down Federal Boulevard every Sunday, slanging CDs, man, from Alameda all the way to, the Taco Bell up to Jumbo's
Yeah,
parking lot, man. It was crazy. Like I used to go out, bro, and slang CDs every day. That's how we lived. Like we was selling 40, 50 CDs a day. And at that
nice.
time, it was good money, bro. You're making $400 or $500 a day, man. We was suited up, gear, you know what I'm saying? Like weed, whatever back then. Like we was doing it up. And I actually was selling CDs at the Brentwood Shopping Center one day. And there were some homies over there, when I say homies, like bald heads, Fernandos, like people from California, and there was this homeboy. I was trying to slang him a CD, and I was like, "Hey, yo, what's up, bro?" I was like, "Yo, check out this music." I was like, "Pop it in your deck. If it's tight, it's tight. If it's whack, it's whack." You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to hustle. You know, I'm trying to hustle the homie right there. Well, I ended up being the homie Grumpy from High Power Entertainment, and he was with the homie Bozo. And they popped in my demo, and they're bumping. And they're like, "Oh shit, this shit's tight." And like I said, I didn't even know who these guys were. And the homie Bozo, he was like, "All right, let's get this homie's contact. Let's keep in contact with him." And he was trying to get me to slang CDs for him, but it didn't work out that way. He actually went to jail. He got caught. He was here in Denver. He was running for the cops. The homie Bozo was running for the cops. He was out here in Denver hiding out, but they got him. But I kept in contact with the homie Grumpy, and he hit me up, and he was out here playing in High Power Entertainment. He was plugging them up, man, like all the flea markets, all the Gen X's, and all that stuff. They used to sell CDs back in the day, and he just had it on lock, man, with Chicano rap. And he was like, "Let's do these booths," and we started doing the flea market. We was doing the flea market every weekend. I've been out the flea market for like over 15 years, slanging CDs. Then we started hitting state fairs, lowrider shows, and stuff like that. And you know, so it was the Denver's most wanted high power booth. The homie Grumpy would sell all the high power music. I would sell all the Denver hip hop. So that's how we kept it. You know, he did his thing and did my thing, but we worked together, and we weren't stepping on each other's toes because we had different product. But then I started doing events by myself. So I was doing like the state fairs, and I went from Denver, and then I would go to Albuquerque, and I was in Albuquerque. Before that, when I come back a little bit, like I was doing the big lowrider shows with Mr. Capone, and he would come out to fly out to Colorado and do the shows, and we were, you know, doing the booth, running down, holding down the booth, you know, signing autographs, taking pictures, doing all that stuff. And when I went out to Albuquerque for the state fair, he had called me, and he was like, "Hey man," he's like, let's get a tour bus." He thought, you know, I was doing shit back then. I was pimping bitches at that time. You know what I'm saying? I was running some strippers and stuff like that. We was doing some things, and he came out to my house in Highlands Ranch, and you know, we was working and stuff like that. But he thought I had money, and I was like, "Nah, bro. Like I get by day by day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here hustling day by day." He thought I had paper, and he was like, "Hey man, let's get this tour bus." I was like, "Bro, I don't got money like that." He goes, "Give me about 3 months." He called me back 3 months, and he's like, "Hey, I got a tour bus for you." He's like, "Fly out to Cali." So I flew out to LA, and it was his tour bus, but it was all wrapped up, Mr. Capone and all that stuff. And I was out there, man, and he sent us out on a crew, bro. Like I lived on this tour bus for like 2.5 years, almost 3 years. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. Like we run out the first year we went out, dude. I swear it was like Justin Bieber, bro. Like we'll pull up, there'll be like 100, 200 people around the tour bus trying to get a pictures and autograph from Mr. Capone. We was out there slanging CDs. Mr. Capone is a genius, bro, when it comes to making money. I was running a crew of 5. I ended up running the whole fucking thing, bro. So we had, at the time when we first went out, it was me, AC, the promoter, Quetta Yeska, and the homie Mobs, a bunch of other people. And Capone wasn't even on the bus. We was just rolling out. And he knew I was a hustler. So he was like, "You hustle your albums." And I gave him a lot of love for this, bro, because he let me sell Denver's most wanted albums off his bus. And he didn't care. Like I had Northsiders people up on there, Westsiders, Eastsiders, Southsiders, because as Denver's most wanted, we got, like I told you from beginning, I got everybody from all the neighborhoods in Denver. So he didn't care. Like he showed love. He didn't care if they're Northsiders, West. He's like, "Just do what you got to do." So we was flipping CDs. It was 1 for 15 or 2 for 20. And he got 8 and I got 8. And then like $3 went back to the bus for gas and maintenance. And I had a crew of 5 people, bro, that I was running. And we was selling, like I was selling 30 CDs a day. The homies were selling 30 CDs a day. So you do all that math adding up. You know, Capone was making gangs of bank, bro. I was sending this dude like 10, 20 racks every couple months because we was hitting all the cities. We was, you know, Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, Wyoming, Kansas, like all the Midwest area.
Who'd you have printing up all your CDs? Were you going through CD Baby at that time, or like
Nationwide Disc?
Gotcha. Okay.
So I was going through
What kind of orders were you putting in? Because I mean, the thing that doesn't like people don't understand anymore is that, you know, that was a big thing to be, because you had to buy, and like, depending on the quality of your disc and your inserts and the printing and everything, it would add up, overall, once you got to the final product. So like, what was it taking, and how many, just so everybody knows, like, what the game was back in the day on
Oh,
flipping
bro,
those
it was
CDs.
beautiful back then. I was getting CDs for like $1.10, so we was getting a
Okay.
thousand CDs at a time, and we are
Were you
flipping them for
getting them
$10.
raw or packaged and sealed
Oh, pack the
for?
whole thing, bro. I don't. Yeah, all my shit's legit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get
No, I
not
just
none of
thought,
the
yeah, I didn't know if you did it set
Barcode and
like a second.
everything.
barcode, everything. Not the cheap disc, not the printed on
Yeah.
disc, the silver disc, everything. You know what I'm saying? So we was getting the real shit. But to get those orders, you got to get like 1,000 at the time. At that time, now you can
Yeah,
get 100 or 50, but back then you could only order 1,000 at a time.
right.
Um, I have over 65,000 albums sold.
That's dope,
But
man.
Nice.
that's in a 20 year span though. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it's really not a lot.
Nah, bro,
Um,
but that you've done that independently, organically, ground up. It's completely different, man. Like, to sell that many CDs on an underground independent level, and like you said, you're doing it out of the trunks, and like, street team guerrilla marketing. That is nothing but respect and salute to you and your hustle, and
The
and
hustle for
the
sure.
getting after it, and believing in yourself, and believing in your crew and your family, and knowing that you're rolling. And that takes a lot of perseverance and dedication, and
Yes, it does.
so, and mad props to you, because we're all up on the screen trying to do our own thing, and it's like, the grind, what you just said, you mad respect to you, fam.
it was crazy, bro, because I was doing it on a street level, like
Yeah,
just hitting parking lots, like I said, doing flea markets and state fairs and lowrider shows and stuff like that. But when I hooked up with Capone, he was doing it on a bigger level. Like I said, we was having his tour bus, the whole thing was full. Like we would sound thousands and
yeah,
thousands of albums, and we would go to different cities and different states, city to city, different states, and we would throw concerts, promote concerts, and then we'll backtrack to the concerts. And that's when he would fly in, him and Mr. Criminal and all them, they'll fly in. We'll pick him up from the airport, go to the show, and then go to a different city. So we was doing shows and flipping CDs. We did that for like I said, 2.5 years. And I left the label, you know what I'm saying? I just hopped off one day, man. I was like, fuck this shit. I left that tour bus there and I was gone, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, so I was like, fuck that shit, man.
hell yeah, man. You have basically, I want to know, because we mentioned, like, you are very much DIY and underground. What does underground mean to you in 2025? And you know how do you protect, like, what it is and the integrity that you do? Like, you feel me? Like,
I mean, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say anybody's underground now because everybody got the platform, bro. Anybody could get on TuneCore, or you could get on DistroKid, and your stuff's worldwide. It's actually a lot harder right now. It's hard to be in the game. I'm not sure how a lot of people are doing it. Everything nowadays, bro, with those streams, it's horrible, bro. Like it's horrible. You got to get 1 million streams is only like $3,000, bro. I used to make that one weekend selling CDs. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not making money off streams no more nowadays. The money's in the shows. You got to keep doing shows and shows and shows. And I was kind of blessed. Like the only reason why I haven't quit or I haven't gave up is because I had grew a fan base from hustling CDs and pushing CDs like that I could do shows. My shows are packed. People are coming through and stuff like that. So I'm having shows like, I'm doing shows like once, a couple times. There's times I'm doing like 2 or 3 shows a month. You know what I mean? So I actually kind of slow down on shows right now because I'm trying to do like some different things right now. But I don't really know how it is for these kids nowadays, bro. Like you could get lucky. It's all about luck and marketing and strategies and stuff like that. I'm not a streamer, bro. I'm not a internet person. I'm not an influencer and stuff like that. So it's difficult, dude, to get those type of streams. Um,
yeah,
I did learn. This is what one thing I did learn is platforms. So the different platforms, and I'll give you an example. So when I dropped my last album, Chicano American Made, I dropped that with Mr. Capone, and some of the songs
dope
that I did,
ass
like
album.
Yeah, I did the song "Summertime" with Baby Bash and MC Magic. I originally dropped that through High Power with Mr. Capone, and that video only got like 10,000 views. It only got 10K. I pulled that album from Mr. Capone and I re-released it through GT Digital with the Gotos and them. And that song right now, man, it's sitting over 400,000 through their platform. So it's all about platforms, who you can get on and who you got behind them. Like me and Brown Boy just dropped a song with called Kit Kat. That one we did with GT Digital, and that one's 716K. Then I just did one with Zigzag from the MB Rotters and Ponji from New Flavor a few months ago, and that one's already at over 200K. But all these years before that, bro, the whole 20 years that I've been doing music, like my songs, bro, they weren't getting much streams, like 4,000, 5,000, 3,000. Like even these are even hits that I was like, man, these are dope ass songs. Like, how come I'm not getting streams? I'm selling CDs like crazy, but I wasn't getting, really streams. And then the market had shift. I've been doing this for a long time. Like we went from, slanging CDs to slanging USBs. You know what I'm saying? Like CDs don't really sell no more. We're slanging USBs and merch like t-shirts, hoodies, keychains, wallets, and stuff like that. We just had to do different type of branding because, CDs weren't slanging no more. And streaming, there's no money in that, bro, unless you're dropping. You have to be really dropping like millions and millions and millions of views. And shout out to everybody that's doing it, bro. But honestly, dude, like it's kind of I noticed that it's more of a pay for play now. Like you got to pay to get on
Yeah.
these playlists. You got to pay for
Yes.
like Google Ads. Everything it's a rip off, bro. Like
It's payola again, all over.
yeah, bro.
Again.
Artists are getting ripped off. We're getting ripped off. We're getting ripped off left and right. Through all this streaming stuff. Like you got to pay to get on the platform. You got to pay to promote it. You basically have to have money. And I come from the time period like we actually could hustle CDs and make fans like that. Like, hand to hand combat is what I used to call it. And that's why I said that's the only reason why I'm in the game right now is because I've done that in the past. If it wasn't for that, dude, I probably wouldn't be, talking to you guys right now. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's hard. It's hard. Streaming's hard, bro. I'm not sure how people are doing it. It's hard.
Well, salute to you and figuring it out, and let everybody know what was the platform again that you are using now that's helped you get for the
So I
independent
went
artists that
to
are watching right now, because we got a bunch of DIY and independent and underground artists that watch and tap into this show.
So you guys got to hit up GT Digital, which is Empire Records. That's Gotos. It's just a distribution company. I used to be with TuneCore, but the thing with TuneCore is you can't talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm plugging GT right now, man. They should pay me for this because I want to tell you guys straight up right now. TuneCore, you like I have a lot of features. Like I have
You
features
should
like
pay us
Baby
all
Bass,
for this
Little
commercial time.
Flip. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of big features, and some of those features wouldn't get cleared through TuneCore because they have all these processes, and you can't talk to nobody. There's nobody live to talk to, nobody to help you out. With GT Digital, you get a rep, and you could call them. Like every song that I drop, they got them pushed through. They got them out. They got them. All the rights and everything to them and stuff like that. So, shout out to GT because they keep their stuff legit. And like I said, they, being on their platform, they really help you out a lot. As far as getting your stuff done right, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my boy Gotos on that. And the homie Alex. Alex is actually my rep. I really don't talk to Gotos, but Alex is my rep at GT Digital. So shout out to Alex, man. He's the one that's, helps get all my stuff straightened out.
There it is. So that's some game for y'all that's out there right now that he's giving y'all, and make sure you link up with the homie because he's got a whole lot of wisdom and insight.
Oh yeah, man. GT Digital, man. Hook up, with Gotos. Like I said, it's like I said, it's the same thing. It's like TuneCore and stuff like that, but you actually get to speak to somebody. So if you're having issues, you're having problems with stuff, and they give you a dope thing, man, where you can log into Empire Records, check out all your streams and all your analytics and stuff like that, and they actually help you get on platforms, like different platforms, like streaming platforms, Spotify platforms, running Google ads and stuff like that. I always was against, when I first started doing music, I was always against like payola. Like that's what you said, like, you got to
Mhm.
pay to get on these things, and I was always against that shit. But that's just
Pay to
when
play.
they explain it to me, they're like, okay, so once you get on like do a Google ad thing, it just makes your YouTube video seen more on the top. So it's up to the people to actually click on it to watch it. Now you could get ripped off by the people from India that will fucking give you like 1,000 streams for like $10 or $15, but those are all bots. Those are all bots. If you're gonna do something, man, you got to do it legit. You got to do Google Ads and stuff like that because that's legit through Google. And they just basically like I said, they just put your video at the top when you open up YouTube, and
Yeah.
it's up to the people to click on it. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
I've been learning a ton over the last couple of weeks about SEO integration and optimization. So if you don't know what that is, it's search engine
Yep.
optimization, y'all. That makes your content automatically pop up in the algorithm because there's things behind the scenes, just like a machine works. A machine has parts, and one of the parts is being able to get underneath the engine and tune your engine up, and that's being able to get in there. So I mean, there's so much game and layers to
Oh,
this.
if you know it, bro, you could. If you know it, you could blow up. And that's the one thing that I always get, man. This is the thing knowledge I want to get to everybody out there. If one of these motherfucking India people or other people from other countries, they're sitting there telling you, hey, I could get you 1,000 streams for $10, or I could give you, 20,000 streams. You got to ask yourself, how come they don't put out music and get their own streams? You know what I'm saying? If you're so good at what you're doing and you could get me all these streams, why don't you drop a song and why don't you get the streams and you blow up? Because it's all fake. It's all bots, bro. It's all bots. So you don't want to do that, man. You don't want to get those fake bots because they could ban your music and they could take it down and stuff like that.
Yep.
So don't do the
Yeah,
bots,
man.
man. Stay away from bots.
No
Bots are
bots.
not good. No bots.
Nah, man. It's just the clout. I mean, it's just fake clout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all it is, bro. It's not helping anything.
Yeah.
It's not
No,
helping
yeah. It's just
anything,
blowing up your
bro.
own brain, bro. Just blowing up your own brain. And you could get lucky too, man. Like, what I'm saying? Like, um, TikTok, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could get lucky, bro. Like the homie Creeper from Denver, he did that Oh No song. Man, that she got billions and billions and billions of views. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, he just got up on TikTok. Somebody used it. Boom, it went flying. You know what I'm saying? And you could. It's kind of like winning the lotto, man. You just got to kind of be lucky. Um, it's kind of hard too. Like I try to do like TikTok songs and try to have different like the Kit Kat song. Like you guys said, you've seen a couple of those videos. We have like 6 or 7. Like I got Trino and Adam, they're big influencers. They did a video. The homegirl Miss Beautiful, she did a video. The homegirl Chula G, she has actually a podcast in Denver. She did a video, and I actually had some people do some dance videos, and I promoted all these videos thinking that people would pick it up and start using the song and doing their own videos. It really didn't work out that way. But I dropped a song for Christmas called COVID Christmas when we went through COVID. And bro, like I got 145 videos of people just making like that song, like it just took off on on TikTok. It's like one of the biggest COVID songs on TikTok for COVID Christmas that people used. And it wasn't even a song that I pushed or anything like that. It was just something I was just playing around. You know what I'm saying? It was just a joke. You know what I'm saying? It's a COVID Christmas. It was just making fun of some. It was just a fun song that I wanted to do during COVID, just to make people happy and make people smile during that time because we were going through some shit. You know how it was on COVID. Everybody was on lockdown, so I was like, man, let's make a COVID Christmas song, and that kind of blew up on TikTok. So it's
I
just
actually saw that. Like we
yeah,
saw that. Like I think my children even actually were singing that straight up. No, I mean straight up, fam. I'm not even lying because it was definitely yeah. I remember that hitting that because they were we were all laughing about it. So yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. You just don't know what's gonna blow up, man. Something old could just take off nowadays. It's the internet is just amazing, bro. Like you see it, man. Influencers, all the people becoming famous, and you could just say a phase word and blow up and stuff like that. I'm not that lucky. I haven't made it, nothing yet. So hopefully one of these days, man, I'll blow up. Hopefully one of these days I'll catch something.
it just
Something's gonna
takes
hit.
one.
It takes
Everybody
one.
got a lane.
It just
Everybody
takes
got a
one.
lane. Yeah, you got everybody. Every artist has a lane that they need to be in. For every artist, there's a listener. For every listener, there's 10 more. And for every
Yeah.
10, there's 20. So you know what? Everybody's music is not for everybody, but it's for someone. And I preach that to the
Right.
day. You know, you can be just as big independent, you can be just as big underground than it can be mainstream. It's depending on the heights you're trying to go to.
What's
So
up,
I
man?
mean,
Yeah.
you live your dream, do it the way you want to do it, and there always stay true to you. Sometimes selling out to make it big is not the right way to do it.
No, no, definitely not. I actually have some stories, man. I could have sold out a long time ago, bro. Got offered some money, but didn't take it. You know what I mean? It's
Tell us
kind of
about
crazy.
that, fam, because I mean, like, that's the thing, because these artists nowadays that are, and they do, like you said, because you're like, man, I'm just looking for the one, right? And there there's artists that are looking for the one right there, and they may get one that gets some attention of somebody that offers them something to quote unquote sell out, right? And you know, tell us about,
Whew, I'll have to go back, bro. It's a little story, man. A lot of people are gonna think that I'm lying. A lot of people are gonna think this is fabricated. A lot of people are gonna think this is a conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? So, I'd have to actually go back and tell you the story
this is
of,
your truth. So this is
yeah,
your
this is my story.
opportunity to tell.
So, um, my manager, Big Daddy at the time, man, we had was doing a song. I did a song with Ron Allison from the Delphonics. We was working on a song together, and Big Daddy and Ron Allison had got into a fight, and we got like halfway through the song, we never finished it up. And one time I went out to Pueblo, Colorado. Me and my cousin Gorilla, we was like tripping on shrooms, and we was hitting up the one of the big shows out there in Pueblo. We was out there slinging CDs and handing out flyers and stuff like that. And I think it was Adina Howard, Cedric the Entertainment, Cedric the Entertainer, Ron Allison for the Delphonics. It was a bunch of people. It was a big show. And I remember seeing Cedric the Entertainment on Entertainer. He was up on the screen and he was introducing Ron Allison for the Delphonics. And I was like, oh shit, I know this motherfucker. I was like, oh shit. Oh, it was Keith Sweat. It was a Keith Sweat show. And I was like, oh shit, I know this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because Ron Allison, he had a house out in Boulder, a big ass house. And he was into some crazy, like, he was a medium. He was a medium. He was a Reiki master. He was all kinds of different stuff, man. He had a beautiful voice. And I walked her to the front of the stage when he was walking out, and I was like, yo, what's up, Ron? So we ended up hooking up, and I ended up connecting back up with Ron Allison, and we finished that song. And he was doing some things, man, and he ended up taking a fall, bro, where um his situation that he was in got so bad that he actually ended up staying with me at my house. Like, I was taking care of this dude. I was taking
Wow.
care of Ron Allison for the Delphonics, and we used
Wow.
to love him, bro. We used to love him, bro. He used to have a beautiful voice. He was singing all
Oh,
the
I love
time.
the
He was,
Delphonics,
he was,
bro.
yeah, he was staying with
Yeah.
us, man. But he was, like I said, he was a medium and he was a Reiki master. If you guys know what that is, or if you don't, like, he was a spiritual guy, and he used to have spirits that would come through him. He would turn into Dr. Payaz. And this wasn't no bullshit, bro. Like, I'm not telling you, like, this motherfucker was the real deal. People believe me or not. Like, I'll just tell you one story to make it kind of short. One time we were at my daughter's ninjutsu class, and he went up to the sensei's wife and started telling her about her dead dad that just died. I gotta tell you, he's never met these people. He doesn't know them or anything like that. And she started breaking down in tears, crying and hugging him. And he was just telling her some like personal stuff that, that only that they would know. And like I said, he never met this person, and he used to do this everywhere that we'd go eat. He just had this like light and this glow around him that people were attracted to, and he just knew things. And I kind of didn't like that part. Me personally, of myself, because of my faith and stuff like that. We just liked him because he was a dope singer and stuff like that. And long story short, man, he stayed with me for a while, and he was bringing these cats by. Like I said, we was run at that time. This is, bro, this had to been like 17, 18 years ago. was running the streets hard at that time. We was running the streets. We was running a lot of the neighborhoods and stuff like that. We was, under some investigations and all kinds of other different things. We was doing a lot of stuff, and he was bringing these cats by that were like airline pilots, like these big like people from like companies that weren't even involved into music, and they gave me this little black book trying to get me to join their organization. And I was reading like this little book that they had, and it was like weird, bro. It was like satanic shit, like chopping up chickens and doing stuff like that. And I was like, no, I'm kind of cool on that. Long story short, he actually went to Cali. He got $500,000. He got $500,000. I stayed in Denver. I turned down that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But he went out there, started doing his stuff with Papa J. He was a Brenton Woods manager, rest in peace, Brenton Wood. So he went out there and he got back out there, man. He got $500,000. He was doing his thing. I really didn't keep in contact with him. He really didn't, look out or nothing like that for all the things that I ever done for him. He just, he went and did his own thing. I'm not mad at him, you know what I'm saying? But I probably could have got paid, man. I'm not saying there was a chance they wanted me to do these things and read these books and do these studies and come to their stuff. And I didn't do it. It's not me. It's not what I want to do.
I feel you.
People might not believe that story or not, man, but it's true.
Yeah, I ain't chopping up no chickens, fam. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, either they lost me at chopping up chickens. I'm like, all right, I'm out, man. Like,
yeah, dude, it was
unless I'm having, can you eat? Like, can you do some
Ghost Boogie is not a chicken chopper.
So,
man, I like it fried and ready to go. Like, not clucking.
It was weird living with Ron because he could only eat organic food. Like I would it was crazy because like he was so broke, bro. I was paying for like him to eat and stuff like that. Like he was staying with me. Like I was pretty much taking care of, a 60-year-old man, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy because he had to eat all organic, would have to go to Whole Foods all the time. He would do all his, his stuff like that. And like if we eat fast food, I would only be able to take him to Good Times because Good Times has organic burgers.
Yes.
So shout out to Good Times, man. Yeah, he could eat Good Times. That's what we see, man. Good Times, He loved Good Times.
Yeah.
So organic burgers over there.
They have great food and great shakes, man. Boysenberry is the bomb right there, boy. Like, oh yeah, man. I used to be 400 pounds. I was a biggin. And I still have biggin mentality, but
who doesn't love to eat, man? You gotta eat.
Yeah, that's the one drug that none of us can kick, right?
Yes.
So before we go forward, I just want to say that if you guys are interested in checking out my song I did with Ron Ellison for the Delphonics, it's called Fantasy. It's called Fantasy. You can find it on YouTube and stuff like that. It's on my album, the Homie Lover Friend album. But this song, man, is an original oldies. We did an oldie song. It wasn't a remake of his song. It wasn't a remake of anything. Like I gotta say, he actually hooked up with Papa J with Brent Wood and stuff. It was actually because of me. Mr. Capone had heard the song that I did with Ron Ellison for the Delphonics, and he actually flew out to Denver to Side 3, and he recorded a song. They redid one of the Delphonics hits, man. What was it called? I can't remember the exact name.
Wow, or
no. Man, I would have to look it up, bro. But it's on Mr. Capone's album, Oldies Part 2. It's Ron Ellison and Mr. Capone. And, Mr. Capone had that song that he did with Brent Wood, too. He did the Ooga Boogum and stuff like that. So that's how Ron ended up. Yes, sir.
I found the Dank1 Fantasy song.
And it's old, man. You can see the date on it, bro. It's not even a video or nothing. It's just some stuff I pieced up together from YouTube and stuff like that. But it's an original oldie, man.
Let's get into it, man. This is B-boy culture. This is all around. We're in here for it, man. Let's go.
Hey, this is the baby making stuff right here, bro. This is stuff I used to get the girls all wet too.
Oh hell yeah, man. You gotta know how to do that. Here we go.
Another Big Daddy DTL Street Noise production. Dank1, Ron Ellison.
under the candlelight. And I was just wondering if you could tell me, if you could tell me now, how I can fulfill your fantasies.
Tell me about your fantasy.
Come on, girl.
Tell me what you wanna do.
Tell me what you wanna do. What you wanna do.
Tell me about your fantasy.
Come on, girl.
Tell me what you wanna do.
Tell me what you wanna do. What you wanna do.
Girl, as I look deep in your eyes in the candlelight, see me and you on a carriage ride downtown on a cold winter night. Baby, hold you tight as we ride. Check out the sides, hit the lights, hit your face. I'm amazed by your beauty. Like to see you smile, don't like when you move. You're the cutie and I don't wanna blow it. Hit my hand, watch you hold it. Come on, girl, let's get lost in the moment.
Tell me about your fantasy.
Come on, girl.
Tell me what you wanna do.
Tell me what you wanna do. What you wanna do.
Tell me about your fantasy.
Come on, girl.
Tell me what you wanna do.
Tell me what you wanna do. What you wanna do.
Girl, as I look deeper in your eyes and I realize, wouldn't it be a nice surprise if I would rub you down with some oils like you wanna be, skin rug like you're royal, Fiji chocolate dip, strawberries like you spoiled, baby, tell me are you loyal? You got the soil, I got the seed, I'll bend the knee as I fulfill your fantasy, as your body's telling me that you wanna do, that you wanna do.
Tell me about your fantasy. Tell me what you wanna do.
Tell me what you wanna do. What you wanna do.
Tell me about your fantasy.
Come on,
Tell
girl.
me what you wanna do.
Tell me what you wanna do. What you wanna do.
Tell me about your fantasy. Tell me what you wanna do, girl. Tell me about your fantasy. Tell me what you wanna do.
Tell me what you wanna do. What you wanna do.
Tell me.
There y'all
Still a
go.
banger to this day. Still a banger, man.
So Big Weeks, what kind of questions you got? You're muted, fam.
My bad. So, Dank, we're gonna get into some of the questions that we had from the chat.
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Mikey Unlikely asks, "How do we get Flashes Red / Low Life on a Denver Most Wanted compilation?"
Shit, bro. I actually stopped the Denver's Most Wanted compilations. I actually kind of retired that last year after we did the 20-year anniversary. I'm actually just focusing up on Dank1, and I'm trying to rebrand myself right now. But yeah, man, a lot of people have been asking me about the Denver's Most Wanted. I actually gave the whole Denver's Most Wanted label to my daughter, DJ Sensation. She's doing some things right now. I'm not sure where she's gonna take it or where she's getting involved in right now, but she's just doing her DJ thing right now. So I'm not sure what she's gonna do, man. I'm kind of excited to see what she's gonna do. But I've been through the whole 20 years of doing hip hop music. I'm mostly well known for putting out the Denver's Most Wanted compilations. And now that I've been focusing up on myself and doing, branding my own self, and like I said, I became into the Chicano rap market. I have noticed in the last few years with all the shows and everything that I always done, I always was promoting other people, like promoting Mr. Capone on his tour bus. When people came out for shows, I was the one paying for all the posters, paying for all the flyers. I'm actually paying for like big celebrities, bro, to become more famous. Like I'm one doing the shows, promoting the shows, making the posters, making the flyers, and that's what you got to do as a promoter. But me as an artist, I was sitting back and I'm like, man, I've been putting artists on the map for over 20 years, but I really never done that for myself. I never really put a lot of money behind my product myself, and I have some ideas, rebranding ideas for like Dank1 that I'm trying to do. I actually have like this clothing line that I'm coming out with called Dankwear, which is going to be made out of 100% hemp t-shirts.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, so we got that. And like I said, I have let's see what I got. 2, 3, 4. I got like 5 solo albums out. I got like see I got 5 solo albums out, and the Denver's Most Wanted. I got I got 10 Denver's Most Wanted albums, and only got 5 solo albums. And out of all the Denver's Most Wanted albums, we did posters, flyers, and everything like that. I want to go back and redo that for myself. Dank1 always had Denver's Most Wanted hoodies, keychains. I had wallets. Like I said, I had everything of Denver's Most Wanted, but I never done no branding for myself. So that's what I'm actually focusing on myself right now. Honestly,
You know,
you know,
well, there's a you mentioned there's a lot of history in the Chicano movement. From the resistance to pride. How do you see yourself continuing that tradition through your music, like and part of this rebranding?
I'm just, I'm actually just kind of what I'm trying to do is go back and like I said, I got some new songs that are hits, but what I really want to do is I want to go back and some of the songs that I did have hits for is go back and repush them. Like I said, everything's different nowadays with streamings and platforms. So some of my big hits that I had, like Homie Lover Friend, Bump and Grind, there's a lot of songs that people know me from that ain't really big on the internet, but that's big in the streets. I want to go back and make music videos for those. I want to go back and do some of my old school songs and kind of bring those up to date because even though it might be old to me, and to some of my people, it's new to other people. So I kind of want to give myself another run and go back and try to. Now that I know more in the 20 years, like I said, I didn't know all this shit. I've been just kind of learning, winging it through the whole way. But now that I know the game and everything, I need to go back track and then kind of re-push the stuff I already had because it doesn't make sense to kind of invest money in new stuff when you got a bunch of old stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I got music videos that I haven't really even pushed. Like I got the summertime song with baby, but like, so I did my album in 2020, the Chicano American Made album, but it dropped during COVID. So when COVID happened, I was kind of fucked. Like everything was shut down. We couldn't make music videos and everything like that. And I was like, man, we're gonna fucking die. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, like I thought it was gonna be the end of the world. I was like, I'm gonna get this fucking album out. So I pushed the album out. We couldn't do music videos, so I did some animated music videos. I got an animated music video with Mr. Capone called "Go Hard." Then I got another animated music video with Baby Bash and MC Magic. Um, all those songs were on that album, which Mr. Capone was supposed to push, but he, like I said, he kind of put me on the back burner, so that's why I pulled it from him. But that album is fire, man. Like I had
It
um
is
the
fire.
twerk for the perk, the twerk for the perk music video, man. The twerk for the perk,
Bro, like I listen,
bro.
I rolled through that whole album, bro. I like that album. That's that's dope ass. That's a dope ass project, bro.
So I want to kind of like I said, I'm kind of rebranding. What I want to do is I want to give it one more run. I want to give one more run of Dank1 album. I got some songs that I don't got. That's not any other album that's only on the internet. Like one of them is called Kit Kat with Brown Boy. I got another one with Mac Mall called My Opinion. That got to rap all true, Scar Dog, a
Yeah,
bunch of the homies up on there. That one it's never been on a Dank1 album. Then I got another song with Mr. Criminal called Late Night. That's never been on one of my albums. It was on the Denver's Most Wanted 20-year anniversary. And then I have another song that I just did, like I said, with Zigzag and Ponji from New Flavor. That's never been on an album. So I'm gonna get like 5 or 6 songs, these new songs that I just said, and then I'm gonna get all my classic songs that all my big features that I have from like Baby Bash, Little Flip, I'm saying Mr. Criminal, Mr. Capone, MB Riders, MC Magic, Young Droop, like all my big hits. I want to put them all on one album and drop a Dank ones. I'm not sure what I want to call it yet. Um, I'm not sure if it's gonna be called Dank One's Greatest or something like that because I kind of got the idea. I did the Denver's Most Wanted Greatest Hits compilation, and that one was fire, bro. It's the best Denver's Most Wanted album because that one got like Busy Bone, Tech Nine, Chris Calico, Con Calhoun, Shino XL, RBL Posse. It got Mac Mall up on there. It got Little Flip, J Diggs. Shit, man. I can't even name all the names, bro. That's on the Denver's Most Wanted compilation, the greatest collabs, and I kind of want to do that for myself. And like I said, go back and repush some of those songs and trying to get some of those streams up. if I could, to be honest with you, bro, I'm already pushing like 43. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much more? Only reason, like I said, like I'm staying in the game is because I already been doing it so long, and I already got a fan base and stuff like that. Yeah, I want to give it at least one more run on the digital platforms and see if I could get those songs into the millions and stuff like that to keep it going. Except rebranding myself, and and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If it does, it does. I know that I gave it my best. I did a full run. I have lots of stories to tell. I lived on the tour bus for a couple of years, so I just want to kind of go back and give myself one more push on all my music, and I'll be happy. I'll be content. You know what I'm saying? If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. You know what I mean? But I don't really see much of me trying to our music is always classic, like Chicano rap. It's always classic, like Little Rob, MC Magic, Baby Bash. It's always classic music, like Brown Boy. And I found myself in that lane where, like, I'm always doing shows with these guys. I'm always with Brown Boy. I'm always with MC Magic. I'm always with NB Riders. I'm always, with Capone and Criminal. I'm in that lane where I'm doing shows constantly. I just got to get the streams up. If I could get the streams up and the platforms, and I could get the followers and stuff like that, that's what I'm trying to do right now. Like, I already conquered the CD game. The CD game's over. That's in the past. I just got to give it one more run, man. See what happens. If it, like I said, just have faith, bro. Just see what happens. I got to put the money behind it.
Speaking of giving it a push, I know when I was speaking to Big Weez before a little bit earlier back in the week, he was like, "Man, you see that Kit Kat?" I was like, "I know, yeah, yeah." So, and when you
Miss
mentioned
Beautiful
just now, it's just look, we had the video ready to go.
Miss
So,
Beautiful.
Hey, man. Hey.
since you mentioned it, we're gonna give y'all a little. It's a short on YouTube, and we'll put the link out there to everyone in the chat for let's see here. Hold on.
To Miss Beautiful on Kit Kat.
Man, let's tell us about Miss Beautiful, man. Give her a shout out, bro.
So I actually hooked up with Miss Beautiful. I was doing the Twerk for the Perks video. You guys could go check out the Twerk for the Perks.
Oh yeah, we will.
The homegirl Miss Beautiful, she hooked up with another homegirl that came and did my music video, Twerk for the Perks, and she's just been really cool, man. We did a couple shows. We was actually performing that song, Twerk for the Perks. She would come out to some of my concerts and she would twerk on stage, man. She would do her thing. She was working it, doing her thing. But she actually ended up going back to AZ. And when I dropped the Kit Kat song, I was pushing the videos and trying to get people to make videos like that. And she was like, "Hey, I'll make you a video." And she just, out of love, bro, she just showed love and made me a video because all the love that I showed her, I put her on the Twerk for the Perks video. I was putting on a bunch of shows. I put on a show with Miss Lady Pinks, and who was Miss Lady Pinks and her and a couple other people. She brought out Black Widow with her, and she was just performing with me. And like I said, she's just a homegirl. She just shows love, man. So shout out to the homegirl, Miss Beautiful, man. You guys follow her,
Absolutely.
Instagram, all that stuff.
Well, here it goes, man. Check this one out, man. This is Kit Kat, y'all.
I wanna sex you up. I love the way you move your body when you back it up, back up. When you drop it to the floor like that, give it back up, make your booty clap, 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 yeah. Can't believe that, that's so fast, so fast. I wanna make you off like a Kit Kat.
Let me break you off, let me set it off. Booty so soft, let me bite and nibble, pull panties off with my teeth. Baby, I'm a freak, can be gripping them sheets. I'm about to eat, candy tastes so sweet. Lick you down, kiss you down, neck to your feet. Making love to the beat, ski. I'm about to beat it up. Now we're making love with the passion, everlasting. Keep on smashing, oil wrestling. Do it with the fashion, music blasting, bodies clashing. Now I'm asking, the position, stop, listen, French kissing.
I wanna sex you up. I love the way you move your body when you back it up, back up. When you drop it to the floor like that, give it back up, make your booty clap, 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 yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Miss Beautiful, Miss Beautiful.
But that song, man, Kit Kat, man, we're actually I'm pushing that song right now. That's one of the songs I'm trying to do right now. That's one of the songs I'm trying to do a music video for. I just got to get the funding because the way that I want to do the music video, I actually have a homie that owns Exotic Nibbles out in Las Cruces, New Mexico, which is a candy store that he imports candy from all over the world, man. So they have like different types of Kit Kats from China, from all kinds of different candies. You know what I'm saying? Like they have all the different candies. But for me to do that music video, it's gonna cost me some bread, man. I got to get the models. I gotta, fly out Brown Boy. I gotta fly out these people. I gotta go out there and stuff like that. So those are kind of like the things that I'm sent back and trying to focus on. Like I want to get a dope music video for Kit Kat. We got a lot of push on like I said, on Instagram right now. I don't know if you guys ever know who Trino and Adam are. They're TikTok influencers. They're actually like two gay cholo dudes. They actually did a video to that, bro, which is kind of cool because they got like a gang of views. You know what I'm saying? So I actually did a show with them. So me and Brown Boy have been running around promoting this Kit Kat song. When we first did it out here was last year. We dropped it, and I was working with Flow 107.1 and Jama 101.5. I was doing the street team over there for the radio station, and the last show that they did at the radio station was me and Brown Boy for Valentine's Day. It was what do they call it? Man, I can't even remember what the hell they called it. It was something cool. I can't remember the name they did it. But yeah, anyways, man, that song was all over the radio station. I got to give a shout out to my boy Tony V and Slim over there at the radio station. They showed me a lot of love. I had 3 songs in rotation before the radio station closed, and Kit Kat was one of them. And me and Brown Boy the last show they did was me and Brown Boy, and we promoted that song. And me and Brown Boy have been doing shows ever since then, promoting that single. We did I think it was last month when we was in Nebraska. That's where I met Trino and Adam. They were out there. They hosted the show that I was at, and I was telling them about my Kit Kat song, and they agreed to do the Kit Kat video. And shout out to Trino and Adam. They did a video too for me, and we're still promoting the Kit Kat song, man. Like I said, we got a show May 2nd at the Hangover here in Denver, Colorado. Me, Brown Boy, and Big Gemini, and then May 3rd we're going to be in Colorado Springs promoting Kit Kat at the Lowrider show over there. And that's me, Brown Boy, and Big Gemini. So, look out. Me and Brown Boy are going to be promoting that song a lot more. We're going to be out doing a lot more shows. And like I said, hopefully by the end of the summer, you guys will see an official Kit Kat video. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Big Weez will be on the lookout for sure.
Dope. Well, that actually dope, Dank. That actually leads to the next question. Since you're doing a major push for the Kit Kat, Midget Mike wanted to know, what new artists are you jamming to right now?
Thank you.
Like new hip hop, bro. I really don't like too much of the new hip hop, bro. Like I'm like one of those old heads, bro, where they say like, your parents don't like the old school music. I'm not really bumping too much new music, but the one I do really like is Dax, DAX or whatever. I don't know how you spell it, pronounce the name.
Yeah, everybody's on Dax right now,
bro. That's who I relate to. I don't know if it's because I'm like older and he's just more mature, but that's the kind of stuff that I'm relating to right now when I hear music. I like to bump that homie. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to bump his shit and stuff like that. But there really isn't too much stuff that I like that's new. I actually just picked up DJing. I'm DJing right now with the Denver DJ School with DJ Jones. I put my daughter through DJ Sensation. I put her, she blew up. She's DJing, doing a lot of stuff, and I decided that we do a lot of events, and sometimes she needs help. She has to use the restroom or stuff like that, and she's doing a lot of big shows where she's up there standing for 6-8 hours at a show, especially like shows that I throw, and she has really nobody to help her get a break. So I was like, you know what, I want to pick up some DJing so I could help her. She was actually going to teach me, but I wanted to go to the Denver DJ School because I wanted to get the whole experience that she got, and I wanted to learn a course from the best, DJ Jones, because he's the one that taught her. And I'm a big fan of DJ Jones. When we grew up, he had his radio show up in Boulder before he got on the radio station with 107.5, and he had the local love where he had played all the locals, and I was messing with Political at that time, and we fought a lot with Jones, like the local love show, and then he went to KS 107.5 and bring the local love over there. So he's always been a legend, man. So when he did the Denver DJ school, um, I just thought it was amazing, and I got my daughter involved into that, and she's been DJing for uh, maybe 6, 7 years. She does a lot of big shows, and I was like, you know what, well, I might as well take up another hobby too, because she gets paid, man. DJs make money. She
Yeah,
she
man.
makes bread, man.
And salute to DJ because he's dope. And actually, one of my partners and associates, DJ 5150 Steph, she does Selector's
Okay,
Choice. She's married to CeeLo's from the Beat Junkies,
okay,
which
all
we
right,
are
yeah.
getting ready to interview Tuesday. And on Tuesday, we have a special pop up episode of B Boys Underground. We have a double header next week. And then on Wednesday, we've got Ives Iverson for part 2 on Delinquent Habits. But
Oh
DJ
shit, bro!
CeeLo's is
I got a story about delinquent habits, man. It was crazy,
so
dude.
he was we had him last week for part 1, and then so you're like in between. So part 1, go check that out, last week's episode, and then we get into some real deep conversation, and then next week we getting ready to get into some crazy stuff too. So you give us a story, man, about delinquent habits.
Delinquent habits, bro. Like I said, when I first started, I was with Big Daddy Records, man, and Big Daddy has some major connections. And when the Dress to Link was the whole album came out and stuff like that, they actually sent all Big Daddy everything. Like we had posters, flyers, CDs, everything. They set us up. They sent it all to Big Daddy, and we actually did their street promo out here and was promoting all that stuff, giving out CDs, promoting their albums. We was going to
Yeah,
clubs
man.
and stuff like that, and playing that song, and
I
passing out
ran
free
street
promo.
dreams too. Yeah, I
Yeah,
do all of
it was
that. That was my
it was
life.
dope, bro. It was the first time, like, um, because I was a nobody at that time, man. I was just, passing out flyers, handing out CDs, and it was like one of the first times where like chicks were like jocking us. You know what I'm saying? Like you got that vibe. You know what I mean? Like we got the club, and all the chicks like thinking like we're big celebrities and we're doing and stuff like that. So all the chicks were, on me and stuff like that. And I got to give a shout out, man. It's all because of Delinquent Habits. I never met them personally. I don't know them personally like that, but that's just a story that I could bring up from my past. That we did help promote that album out here and get it out here because Big Daddy got all the promo from them. So shout out to them. That song's a banger, man. It was that's the link was it was just off the chain. So they got
Absolutely.
they got me some bitches, man. So give a shout out. They don't know it, man, but they got it was all because of them.
Hey, look, man, having a trunk full of CDs, tapes, and VHSs or whatever, man, and merch and towels and swag always was a entry key to everything, man. Like you can get in anywhere with that shit, man. What were you gonna say? You were looking like you were gonna ask a question, Big Weez, or did you have something that
Yeah,
way?
yeah. I was gonna do the follow-up question to who you
Yeah,
listen to, but this so Three Eyes, I hope I said that right. Three
yeah,
Eyes was
yeah,
what artist do you not bump in the whip?
yeah. What gets
You
no
know, I
play in
don't
that ride?
I don't like the mumble rap, bro. I don't like the whole auto tune and fuck. There's
You can name drop.
Like little Uzi, bro. I can't even think of some of their names, bro. But like any one of those like little squeaky ass fucking auto tune voices, bro. Like little Uzi and weird shit like that, bro. Like I don't like it. Like I really don't like it. I think that's why mostly a lot of the female rappers are doing really, really good, man, because they rap regular. You know what I'm saying? Like Nicki Minaj is dope, Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? Gloria, whatever her name is. All those like they rap
Glorilla.
like it's like more of like I could hear and understand what they're saying. Like I can
Right.
hear and understand what they're saying.
They
So I think
ain't kind of like they whining and crying, rapping at the same time.
yeah, and One of the ones that I hate, bro, the most I can say, bro, is Drake, dude. I'm not a Drake fan, dude. I'm not a Drake fan, dude. He's like
Woo!
whining and crying and all the singing and stuff like that. I mean, some of his songs are bops, yeah. It's cool, but I'm not making love to fucking Drake. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school, man. Put me on some fucking Bobby Brown or something like that. I don't know
I'm gonna put
how these
on some
guys.
Function and LTD Barry White, Earth Wind type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, I can't like. I have to say, I mean, and like through the whole Drake thing, even before the Drake thing, I always that was just it was someone I never played as a DJ or even listened to or anything like. I was just like I never had it. It wasn't me. It's not my music. And just like the young folks have their music and that's their thing. And for each people, everybody has their own lane. And like we were talking about earlier, you got to find your people and get connection with your people. And it's
Yep.
also, what the machine's gonna push right now. And that's what the machine's pushing right now. Right. So it's one of those things that's just a reality and as we've talked about it many episodes, there's different genres. There should be different genres in the music store or on your music app for different genres of hip hop. It's not just should be not lumped as one. You got all of these subgenres of rock and all of these other like there should be subgenres of hip hop and then everybody gets put into their lane as far
Yeah.
as that goes, and you can figure out what it might be. Like it could be alternative hip hop, it could be rock hip hop, it could be whatever, right? So and at that point, you can have more of a focus and a push, but also let it be authentic to itself and not have to have old school artist competing with a young artist, right?
Yeah.
Speaking
It's crazy.
speaking of subgenres, I know you do the Chicano rap, but do you listen to anything or have you heard any like Chicano boom bap? Like
Yeah.
out here in LA, that shit is real big, and there's a lot of
Shwoo.
dope motherfuckers. Shout out to the homies, the Brownsville, the collective, man. Check them
Okay.
out. They some real
Brownsville and
fucking
collectives.
spit. The
I don't.
Brownsville, the homie Zapata the Ghost, Quest Coast, MOC, Lil Body. Man, they fucking dope as fuck, and they doing Chicano boom bap, and
Salute to
they
them.
rapping. There's a bunch of other artists. I mean, fucking Reverie. Like, they doing that hip hop shit. That shit
Who's
is
gonna be
dope.
I'm
pulling
gonna
up
check it out.
soon as
It's kind of weird. I'm like homie right now, man. Like even though that I do hip hop, I mostly listen to a lot of old school, bro. I'm listening to old school like Zappa Rogers and stuff like that. I listen to a lot of classic rock. Like I said, I got some, my rock hip hop songs. I listen to a lot of classic rock, old school hip hop, West Coast 2000s. I do like the 2000s. Like I said, it's not really too much into the newer stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I
two
feel that.
thousands is your decade. Your
You know,
decade as far as
I
that
don't
goes
mind it.
instead of
I
nineties,
could
two
bump some,
thousands.
yeah, like some Nally, some, LL Cool J, different stuff like that. Ja Rule, like all the banger, all the hits. You know what I mean? Um, so I'm kind of stuck, man. That's what I said. I'm like an old man in a young man's game. You know what I mean? But you just gotta. I went too far to turn back. You know what I'm saying? It's too. I went too far to turn back. I can't turn back now. I just,
I, I,
just
I
gotta keep
feel that.
pushing.
I feel that.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 20 plus years, man. And I came from nothing. Like I said, my first album we came out, we couldn't even afford to get in the studio, so I used my income tax check to put out a compilation. Like I said, we're up. I've been on tours with Mr. Capone, like um, hits. I'm doing shows like nonstop shows all the time. I had to even slow down for shows, man. It was just taking up too much of my time. Like I'm trying to work on myself. Like I said, I'm rebranding. I'm kind of working on my health. I got up to like homie said, I got up to like 215 pounds at one time. I'm down to 187 right now. I'm trying to get down to 175. Just trying to. I'm an old man, man. I partied like a rock star, bro. I partied hard, bro. Like my whole life, man. It was just doing shows, fucking hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like nonstop. You know what I mean? So um, it catches up to you. it's a young man's game. Like I said, it's a young man's game, but I'm in it
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
So I gotta I gotta become young again. I got old, with my weight, and then it kind of takes a toll down on you. And since I've been rebranding, I've been kind of staying sober, cleaning out my house, working out and stuff like that, trying to get myself back together and trying to get ready for this push, one more push. Because honestly, your look has a lot to do with it. Your look has a lot to do that, and I realized that. And the last few years when I first came out, I was Dank1, the homie lover friend. I had girls all the time, blah blah blah, boom boom boom. And then when I got older, started becoming a family man, taking care of my family, taking care of my daughter. People I grew up watching my daughter grow up. Her becoming a DJ. I got my son, Julian Santos, for Julian Santos TV. He's a YouTuber. He's 7 years old, but he's been doing YouTube for about four since he was like 4 years old. And people just kind of see me as a family man, kind of just still pushing my music, but also everybody's been seeing me push my kids a lot. And I don't know if that's kind of like a turn off to the ladies, or I don't know if it was just me getting fat and ugly and old, or what it was, but it kind of like, or me, maybe intimidated by my wife or what, but it kind of, I noticed that it dropped down, and I'm not sure if that's just the way it is now, because you guys know, man, we old school, man, from the 90s and 2000. It's different. Like you could actually, you know, talk to a woman back in the day. You could kind of, do things. And now, with all that Me Too movement and, all these things, when I first started doing music and hip hop, bro, my inbox used to be filled all the time. Like boom, 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 boom. Like you never get no inboxes anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers don't reach out unless they're trying to buy tickets or something. It's not like it was back in the day. So I don't know if it's the culture or if it's just me or if things just changed and it's just the way it is. But I actually kind of like it, man. I'm pretty content. You know what I'm saying? Like I just do my family thing, just stay focused. Pushing my kids, pushing me, pushing myself now. Like I said, I let myself fall off for a while, and now I'm trying to, get myself back into, getting back to looking good um, and just being healthy, man. Just being healthy, especially with my son. Like I want to be able to compete with him. He has a lot of energy. He likes to play, he likes to run, likes to jump, and like I said, all that partying and stuff. Popping Molly every weekend and taking LSD and all that stuff, man. It takes a toll on you, and it does the damage, bro. Like people don't know it does damage. So
Absolutely,
guys, be
absolutely. I
careful out
mean,
there, man. What you guys are doing, be careful. Just
it
everybody
ain't
that's
safe
watching this,
doing that
man.
shit anymore either. Like, woo, because
It ain't, bro. The Molly's
Molly,
the
I'm
Molly's junk.
sweating.
The Molly's garbage, bro. Nowadays, dude. They don't have like the blue dolphins like when we grew up. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Right.
have the micro dots and all that good stuff, man. Stuff's garbage nowadays.
man. So speaking of pushing though, like getting and back kind of to the music out of. But you did want to have a point. You were going to say something like, what was it that you wanted to say before we shift gears back to the music? Was there something you wanted
Shoot.
to make about like saying like something about how it is different these days?
Oh yeah, yeah. Just like I said, bro. It's just culture's just different. Like as far as
Yeah,
women, I'm not sure. Like I said, I
yeah.
don't know if it's me. I don't know if you guys go through the same thing or what. It just seems
I'm a
that
married man of 19 years, man. So I'm happily married. So
yeah,
I'm out
it's
the
good, man.
game.
But
So I don't want to be out. I hell to the nah. Like nah, hell nah.
well, see
I
me as
don't
a
hell nah.
if you my music, if you listen to a lot of my music, okay, so like Denver's Most Wanted is all gangster hip hop. It's all gangster rap. It's all gangster shit. But me as Dank1, I do more of a player. I'm more of a pimp. I'm more of a
Mm,
player. Like I got that type. Like a lot of my music has a lot of R&B on it with Simes Carter. We got the flavor. Like I said, I did a lot of remix of old school oldie songs and stuff like that. I mean, you guys see the fantasy song. You know what I mean? Like to that, I market myself more towards the ladies. When I come out on stage, I come out with roses. When I'm saying I'm giving roses to the chicks, chicks go nuts when I perform. Like they go crazy. Like when I get on stage, bro, I'm like Elvis, bro. Like chicks just go nuts. They're going crazy. You know what I mean? Like and it's just my image and myself that I portray myself to be is, Dank1, the homie lover friend, Dank1, the parking lot pimp, and I always had that type of style and always had that flavor. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. During COVID is when I got fat. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to that mentality, like I'm moving my family into a house. We locked down. Um, I was cooking, man. I was cooking 3 meals a day, bro. And if my kids wasn't eating it, I was eating it because I'm like, I'm not gonna waste this bacon. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
waste this
shit
bacon.
can't go to
So
waste. Yeah.
yeah, so if you look up Dank1 Chicano American Made album, there's two covers. Like the cover is the one that I pushed on the street, which is just like the American flag on there. And then I have another cover because I really wanted to call it Dank1 American Made, but Mr. Capone changed the name. He was like, "Nah, bro, we're Chicano rap. It got to be Dank1 Chicano American Made." And so I did my album cover Chicano American Made, and you can see if you look at my album cover, bro, I'm fat as fuck, bro. I got my hair's permed. I got a perm. You know what I'm saying? I got a perm. I'm fat as fuck in this photo shoot. But it was dope, bro. If you look at the album cover, I don't know if you guys ever see the movie um, American Made,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
the Barry Siegel thing. If you get the movie, the actual movie,
Hmm.
I stole his cover and I made the cover, and it's me,
Okay.
Dank1 American Made, Chicano American Made. But like I said, I'm fucking fat as fuck, and my hair's all curly. I got up to 215 pounds, man. So um, I pushed that album out, dude. I was like, I can't, I wanted to leave. If I died during COVID, I wanted to leave the world with something. I wanted to leave the world with something, and that's the thing with music, man. The thing with music of having CDs and stuff like that. People from 100 years, bro, could fucking find one of our albums in the dirt, bro, and play it and hear it.
Hell
The
yeah.
internet could crash. Internet could crash, bro, and it's done. Everybody's music's wiped out. Everybody's stuff is gone. Without having physical copies and stuff like that, bro, you're not really leaving nothing to the world, if the world crashes. And that was one thing that I loved about music and I loved about CDs is that it was amazing that I could hear my voice and I could hear my music on a fucking piece of plastic. Like
Hmm.
how is this piece of plastic playing how I sound
Yeah.
out of a piece of plastic? You know what I'm saying? It's just the
Hey, look,
technology and everything's just
sitting
amazing on it.
and sitting, being able to, hold and like, we have the youth are starting really to embrace, and especially in the underground hip hop scene, they were really getting in, what they call physicals, right? And we had
Yeah.
Goomson from the Inner Realms, who we're going to be having a special pull up, and the dope boom bap underground hip hop crew out of what is it? Like right around like the Joshua Tree, Victorville area of California, the high
Okay.
desert, right? And they've got a really dope sound, and they've got like they've got a lot of different varieties of stuff, but they're pressing up a lot of like tapes and even limited edition tapes, like cassettes and CDs and vinyls,
Wow,
and
cassettes.
doing a lot of things. Yeah, bro. Like
Yeah.
cassettes are actually starting to really make a comeback in a
I
big
think he
way.
mainly, I think he mainly just does vinyl and tapes. He doesn't do CDs.
It's vinyl and tapes only that he's
Yeah.
doing. He's not doing
Yeah.
CDs at the moment. Oh, gotcha. So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Truthfully, there ain't
he
really a
does
lot of
vinyl
CD
tapes and
players out
digital.
there.
Yeah.
No, there
Well,
isn't.
Yeah, there's more
I still
tape
got
and
a
vinyl
gang
and
of them like
turntables and
basement.
record players than there is CD players.
My next album, my album that I was telling you guys about, the last push, I am gonna drop it as a CD just so people can have a physical copy. But I'm gonna do a digital download in there so they can actually digital
Yeah,
download it and stuff
that's
like
the
that. But
thing.
I want to do the CD with the poster in the inside so they can pull it out and have a poster. They can have the digital download copy and stuff like that. That's the one thing that I want to do in this last push is actually give my true fans one last album of my stuff of all my bangers, all my hits, and
Dank
a
one.
physical copy.
Dank one. Also, besides CDs, you could do flash drives and you could put all
Yeah,
of
Yeah,
that pictures,
thumb
videos,
drives.
everything on flash. And
I've been selling those for a while. I got my own custom Denver's Most Wanted USBs. the flash drives. And honestly, bro, I saw those. So my USBs, I have the whole Denver's Most Wanted compilations, all volumes up on there, and I also have all my albums on there. And plus, like I said, since I worked with the radio station, I have the whole catalog from Flow 107.1 up on these thumb drives. So they have over like 1,200 songs, and I sell them for $50 a piece. And at the car shows, I sell them all the time. I'm selling USBs for $50. But
There you go.
like I said, I want to do one last album just for my real fans, or even new fans that even if they don't have a CD player, they could get a CD for me signed and put it up on their wall or whatever, and get the poster in the inside. And like I said, I also want to add the digital download. Like homie said, they have like these cards now where you can just like scan them and it like digitally downloads to all your phone. I'm trying to have all that inside the album as a one-stop top thing. You know what I mean? Because I already did the USB things, but see what the USBs right now is, even those are going out because now all the new cars only have C ports.
Yeah,
They're
true
getting rid of the
that.
USB. It all comes to the same shit, man. The
But
Illuminati,
the
bro.
thumb
They're like
drives
controlling that shit.
now,
Yeah,
the
they have
thumb
C
drives
port.
now
They
have
have C port
UFCs
Yeah,
now.
USB.
yeah,
Yeah,
the C ports, yeah. So
Yeah.
like that, it's
yeah.
just always converting, and even with the USBs, I thought they were going to be a really a big changer. Even though I do sell USBs, it's not like what we're selling on CDs. Like I could hit a car show and you'd be lucky to sell like 5 or 6 of them, which it adds up, because they're $50 a piece. But it isn't back in the day where we're selling if I hit a car show, we were selling 200-300 CDs out, through the whole car show. It was,
You
it's
mentioned
all different.
the car shows, and I've been wanting to ask you because, like, again, I'm a car fanatic myself in regards to loving, classic cars and everything like that. But, how do lowrider shows differ, from other shows and events that you perform at? Like, what makes the energy and the vibe different, like, compared to, like, for some folks that have never been to a lowrider show or anything like that? Like, give
Even
everybody, like,
even those things are evolving. They're not what they used to be. Back in the day, they were really big. You'd have the lowrider models, wet t-shirt contests, and stuff like that. And it's actually the lowrider shows becoming more of a like an older type of generation type thing. It's coming more of like a family event, which is actually really cool because it's all gente, it's all Rasa, and it's all love, and it's a community. And once you get involved in that community, it's just all love and support, man. You get a lot of gente, you get in everybody from around the world that come to these shows. So when you do go to a lowrider show, you're actually meeting people from New Mexico, California, Arizona, and you're meeting all these different vendors, and you're getting different, you know, um, merchandise, and you're learning about different cultures. You know what I'm saying? From around the world. Like you guys just put me on Boom Bap. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know anything about that, but that's what I'm going to check out. But those are the type of things that you learn when you go to these lowrider shows. Like you learn like different styles, and you learn different things. And it's the lowrider show, and the lowrider scene in Denver isn't like what it used to be. Um, it's not like big like it used to be, and I'm not sure how it is in other states. I know some of the other states still have big like how it used to be back in the day. I know Arizona is one of them. They really do really big up in Arizona and stuff like that. But it's kind of it's there's a lot of politics in it. There's a lot of politics in the lowrider scene. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of politics in that, but it's something more of a family thing now. So it's more of a family thing, checking out cars, checking out the lowrider bikes, checking out all the different vendors, like people selling, old school movies like Blood In, Blood Out, you're getting all those old school movies like that. Like you're just learning pretty much about the whole culture of the gente of the Raza when you go to a lowrider show. Um, when I back in the day, it was a little bit different. It was more of like I would say it was more a teenager, like 20s, 30s, and that's when it caught it. There was a lot of violence, and more of like models, and different things back when we first started doing the lowrider shows. It was a different type of culture, but I think that all of us matured and grew older, so now it's more of a community and it's more of a family event type thing now. A lot. They're even kind of lowrider actually put out a statement that they're not trying to do like models and they're not trying to do wet t-shirt concerts and stuff like that. They actually put that out on their own website that they're trying to stop that. They're trying to stop.
Transition away to yeah from what it
I
used
think
to
it's whack,
be.
man. 'Cause I used to like to look at the chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the main reasons why we used to go.
Well, I mean, it definitely was. I mean, I had subscriptions to lowrider magazines. I mean, come on, man. I mean, what bathroom doesn't have a lowrider? A stack of lowriders and car shows, and all of those stuff, man. That's the good stuff, man. The good reads.
Yeah, even the lowrider art, man. The lowrider art magazines were dope as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. It's sick.
Yeah, it was
They
dope, man. It's the
still
whole culture.
do the no rider up in Nebraska, believe it or not, goes super hard. Like it's still one of the
Nebraska.
biggest low rider get-togethers ever. It's still in Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska. I had to check that out. See, and the whole culture actually changed, bro. Like, for an example, like Federal Boulevard. I grew up, like I said, I take it back, man. We grew up on Federal Boulevard, and when I grew up, man, it was low and slow. Like people were driving slow, low riders. There was chicks all over the place, up and down Federal. There was just chicks walking up and down the block. It was like what you seen on TV, man, like movies. Like there was chicks everywhere. People was riding low and slow. And this actually happened. Like, okay, I have this story, man. Like when I went on tour with Mr. Capone in 2010, I was gone from 2010 to 2012, and just those couple of years when I came back, the whole scene had changed. It wasn't low and slow no more. It was people on crotch rockets flying. And then you got it went more from like Chicanos, like Mexican Americans, more to like paisas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like some people know the difference or they don't know the difference, but now it's like you got like 5 or 6 dudes in a pickup truck, bro, trying to race to the next light, peeling out wheels, squilling and stuff. It's not the same, man. It's not the whole culture just changed cruising here in Colorado. I'm not sure about other places, but here in Colorado, man, it's not really like low and slow no more. Low riders are getting kind of pushed out. It's more of these like crotch rocket pickup trucks and people just doing dumb shit, trying to race to the light, squilling wheels and drinking. And honestly, bro, there's not even really no chicks on Federal Boulevard no more. Like you go, dude, it's just like 5 dudes in a jerking each other off in a circle on a fucking pickup truck, man. It's fucking crazy, bro. Like I don't know what happened. I don't know where it all went, bro, but everything switched, man. I don't know what's
No,
going on.
20 years ago, man, I used to cruise Federal, so I know it, bro. 20 plus years ago, I used to be on Federal, bro.
Bro, you know what it was.
Oh,
That was the stories, man. Let us know, man. That's how I know that was, man.
I can't tell you how many times I got shot at.
Dude, all tag. Okay. So, like I said, I was a parking lot pimp, man. Right there in Alameda Federal, they had the Taco Bell, and then across the way they had the Jumbles. Like you said, bro, I think people get shot all the fucking time. And people would tell me, man, they'd be like, you're not scared? Like you still go out there sell CDs and stuff. And I'm like, they're not shooting me. I see people get shot like at Jumbles, like right next to me. And everybody takes off, schooling out, taking off and doing all kinds of dumb shit. And I'm like, why are you guys leaving? I'm like, they're beefing with each other. That shit's already done. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not trying to shoot us or trying to shoot you. They're shooting their enemy or their rivals. So I never really understood why people always, took off or went all crazy. Like, it is what it is, man. If somebody got beef with somebody, it's on site. I do know that, if somebody just shoots random, you could be, there could be some bystanders, but most of the time that what I seen is people knew who their targets were. And, if they either hit them or they didn't, it wasn't really just like people just shooting at people for no reason. There was a reason behind it.
Yep. So like even my wife is in the chat right now. She said, I love sitting on Federal watching the lowriders. Man, that was back in the day. She loves lowriders, so I'm not gonna lie, Dank. There's a chance that we may pull up on you at this lowrider convention in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, that'd be dope. So I know a lot of the lowrider community now, they like cruise like Berkeley Park or whatever, and the north side they go meet up over there. They're meeting at different parks. You gotta like kind of like follow them. They're kind of like the lowrider scene. It's kind of like the old Fast and the Furious scene. Like you gotta follow them. You gotta know where they're at. You gotta follow them, go to their thing. It's not really up and down. There's still some, but I haven't really seen it. A couple times that I went up on Federal Boulevard, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, man, I'm like, this ain't like what it used to be, you know, like,
Nah,
um, you know, it's just
nah.
crazy.
Cinco de Mayo used to go crazy on
Crazy,
Federal.
bro. Crazy. That's when it all started, man. Cinco de Mayo was when it all started, and I went cruising a couple times just to go out there see if I could, you know, slang some merch and stuff like that because that's what I used to do. But when you're cruising and then you got people flying and almost hitting your car from the back, or you know, different things like that, like it makes you not want to go cruising because you're like, man, like I got a nice whip. I don't want somebody fucking wrecking to my shit because they're all racing or doing some dumbass shit. You know what I mean? So I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. But shout out to all my people still cruising Federal, man. Maybe this summer I'll be out there a couple times. I know I'll be at Berkeley Park a few
What do
times
you
showing love to
have?
the homies.
What do you have?
So right now I still slang CDs. I also slang music video DVDs. I got the music video DVDs for people that have the TV screens, and like I said, I have the USBs. So you know, I
Do
try to
you
hit.
no, I'm saying like do you have a vehicle or a whip? What do
Oh
you
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
that yeah, what do you roll?
I got a Chrysler 300C. You know, some
Mm,
20s with you know butterfly doors, and then I got a '99 GMC Yukon. You know what I'm saying? It kind of looks like a Pacer truck, but it's dope. It's all white
I
with the
used to
flake and
have a
everything up on it.
300C with an '06 300 CSRT. Like, yeah, that was
Yeah.
a fun one.
But even when I was, you know, just driving just in my regular car, bro, like to go sell merch when I wasn't even, you know, and you know, when I go sell merch and stuff, I really don't use like my lowriders or you know my work truck. I use that for my shows and stuff like that because I have a lot of my merch in the back. That's my Yukon. That one, you know, got some Rams and everything on it, but that's the one I use for like you know pulling up to the lowrider shows or pulling up to the flea market because it has all my boot stuff in the back. But
Right.
I got my regular car, my regular day car. You know, it's just a Kia, and even me going out to go slang CDs in my new vehicle, I'm not trying to get rammed by some dumbass fucking pulling wheels out
Hell yeah,
of their
man.
pickup truck. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh,
you got, you know, cars are expensive, man. You know,
I've
40
gotten
$40,000 car.
rear-ended like on 225 multiple times. Like it's pretty freaking crazy driving around here. Like it's Thunderdome out here right now. Like there's no police. Like and like man, like if I ever get pulled over for a ticket, I'm gonna be like, really? Really? Is it because I was easy to catch? Like because I actually pulled over? Is that why?
Right.
Like, you know, because I look like the guy that wasn't gonna run that you gonna give me a ticket from? Like what? What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? These motherfuckers ain't pulling any of these cats over, man. They're wild, man. They're
It's
wild.
it, it's it's nuts, bro. And you know, this is the thing is like when I grew up, we had Federal Boulevard, right? So everybody was low and slow. But
Yep.
if you would go up to Westminster, they had a cruising strip up there, like kind of like where the old mall was on 88th.
Yup. Yup.
They used to
Okay,
Around
cruise
that's
in
what I
that
was
88.
circle.
talking about.
And
Yep.
I used to slang CDs over there at that Taco Bell over there. And but it was different because those were the Fast and the Furious guys that we called them when we are growing up.
Yeah.
Those guys were speeding, racing to the lights, but they had, you know, they were moving around. They had more room and stuff like that. So it was kind of a different, you know, back then. Like like Federal Boulevard was low and slow. Then he went to Westminster and it was all the Fast and Furious guys. So it was kind of, you know, it was different. So I got to experience a couple of those things. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's just ices and pickup trucks and you know crotch rockets. So I mean, it just evolves and changes every single time.
Westminster Mall, man. I used to cruise that too, right there on 88th and Sheridan, all the way up
It
to
was dope,
Wadsworth,
bro.
all
The whole
around the mall.
square. You have to go the whole square, bro. The whole square, go all the way around.
Yep, slanging CDs and merch.
That's where it was at, man. That's where it's saying. Bro,
Oh,
that dude, I made a killing on that area, Federal Boulevard and Brentwood Shopping Center, bro, and the flea market, dude. Even on the flea market on 8th and Federal, those were my
yeah.
spots, bro. Like I would just sell TDs all day long, nonstop. We would go out there and just hustle all day long, bro. It was easy. It was easy.
Yep, yep. I didn't hit all those, but mine was like the Fat Marks and the Easy Marks on Kofax and then Aurora and all those spots. But man, selling merch and CDs like back in the day, bro.
It was nice back then, man. It was rough. It was nice.
Those was the days.
Mad Ways, you got anything before you got to bounce out, fam?
Oh nah, man. We just definitely check into some of that Chicano boom bap. Give it a
Yeah,
give it a,
I'm gonna check into that, man. Boom bap.
Y'all
yeah.
should
There's
definitely link up too, man. That'd be a dope collab as well. All three of y'all, man, would be a dope collab.
Yeah, you guys let me know, man. I'm always available to do whatever.
Yeah, man.
Guys,
yeah.
just let me know what's going on, man. But
Eh,
anything
yeah,
else you
hell
guys
yeah.
want to touch on?
Yeah, well, basically, we want to continue like and play some more of your music and everything like that. We just letting you know, Mad Ways has got a
Yeah, I got a flight
obligation.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, so shout outs, Mad Ways.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the B boys, B girls, everybody in the chat. I see y'all tapping in. Shout out to Dank1 for coming through, blessing us.
Shout out
Big
to
up.
Bluebeard, man. Got it.
Yeah,
What's up, bro? That's just tight.
yeah,
Got the
yeah.
Bluebeard.
Check me out, bro. I do music too. I rap. I do hip hop in English and Spanish, bro. So check it out.
Okay, that's
Uh,
what's up. That's what I'm talking about.
shout out to you, Ghost Boogie, Big
Yes, sir.
Weez,
Shout out to
and
you.
shout out and prayers for G Dash Fresh and Wifey. And
Yeah,
yeah, man,
man.
we'll
All
be
right.
back next week. We got a double episode back to back. Make sure y'all tune the fuck in.
Yes,
Much
sir.
love, Bluebeard.
All right, brother. Salute. We'll tap in.
Peace
Salute,
out.
fam.
Yeah, man. I actually wanted. I listened to a lot of the music. Dank. I was listening to. I like. I'm a samples guy, man, and I love
I
when
am
beats
too.
get
That's
sampled, man.
yes,
Just like how you did that first beat to open up with, man. I definitely want to get into some of those samples and hear some of that get played.
Yeah.
absolutely. Give us another track that you. I mean,
Oh,
like
bro.
this is your show. Like so, curate some videos because here's what's going to happen, man. Like what we do when we get into playing your music is this. What we want to do. It's very rare that artists ever have an opportunity to be able to talk to directly to the people that are listening to their music for the very first time and give them an opportunity to find some deeper connection or meaning behind the song. So, what we want you to do is, take us either through the writing process, what the concept was, or what the vibe, or even what it was like, if there was something memorable about the recording, anything to do to help enrich the listening and viewing experience, because this will be on audio podcast, all platforms very soon. Be on the lookout for that. Your support can make it happen. Just go ahead and support us B Boys Underground, and we can make that happen. But like we definitely are gonna get in some videos, but we want you to be able to, tell the people exactly what it is that they're getting ready to be listening to. Like you gave us a beautiful story about how you helped the homie out and made that song. Like please continue on.
I would just say, I am versatile. If you listen to a lot of my music, like I said, I got the classic rock type feel. I do also do, a lot of like the songs for the ladies where I do have some samples. So if you guys want to check out a video, um, I have one I did with the MB Riders, Zigzag from the MB Riders. It's called Rock With You. It's you can catch the music videos out there, and that one's actually a sample of Bobby Brown. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that one's actually a really, really dope one. Um, as
Rock
far
with
as
you.
yeah, Rock With You, got to pull that up, man. There's a music video, that one's with MB Riders. And that just, shows my different styles. I have all kinds of different styles. And like I said, a lot of it has to do with my producer. Usually, sometimes he has ideas for me, or sometimes I have ideas. And Symes Carter is so dope, man. Like I could go to him and I could have a hook in my head. You come up with ideas in your head. You're like brainstorming. I could come up with a hook, and I'm like, "Yo, Symes, check out this hook." And I start boom, boom, start doing it. He'll make a beat right there on the spot, right there on the spot.
Really?
All I gotta do is give him the tempo, bro, and boom, boom, boom. Symes Carter is so super talented, man. He just make anything. So sometimes I just go up there with ideas. I'm like, hey, man, I got this idea. I want to do this. Or like even the classic rock songs. Those are all my ideas. Those, like I said, those are songs that I grew up listening to that I always wanted to remake. I was like, oh, I want to do this. But the Rock With You was his idea. It was his idea. He's like, hey, man, I got this track for you. I got this track for you. And I was like, all right, cool. So I went down there, and I mean, he knows my style. He knows what I do. He's my producer. He knows I like to do stuff for the ladies. And he's like, I got this track, I got this idea. Come on down here. I went down there. He started making the beat and stuff like that. And we're like, oh shit, let's put MB Riders on there. We got Steve rolling up on the talk box, and it just comes with the whole formula. It just depends on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a lot of it has to do with the producer, man. Shout out to Slimes. He's the one that, plugs me in with a lot of good ideas and, with connections like with Steve Rowland and MB Riders and, Little Flip and stuff like that. Like he's the one that connects me with, people like that. And, we just make it happen, man. Music's versatile, man. Just whatever you're feeling at the time.
Hell
So.
yeah, man. That's dope, man. Like we're getting ready to get into it. So there it is, y'all. And I know I saw Miss Catherine. She said she loves Bobby Brown, and
Oh, she's gonna love this song, bro.
Wifey loves Bobby Brown too. So here we go, y'all. Rock with you.
All right.
You, baby. Check it out. Sit back, baby. Let's enjoy this moment. I just rolled some trees, yeah, for you and me. Baby, you the melody, I come with harmony. Baby, I'm just saying, I've been praying for an angel like you. Rolling in that drop top, showing off my lady. Yeah, that's top shelf. Everything is first class. Forget that VIP. Baby, yeah, we living in the life of luxury. Baby, come with me around the world in a day. It's like a vacation for two, baby, it's deja vu. You seen this place on TV, now you seeing it with me. Relax and let your mind be free. Come on. With you, baby. Can I take a walk with ya? Have a little talk with ya? I can see why these other guys are stalking ya. Why you clocking ya? No, but they miss the beauty of your soul. Baby, I just wanna know why a man will let you go. You're perfect from head to toe. So I just wanna know, can I hold you in? Never let you go. So come and take a roll with me. Tripping ecstasy, a girl like you could bring out the best of me. Best of me, it was destiny. The way you were sent to me like a gift. They say true love is a myth, but there must be a matrix glitch, or you must be a witch, cause it's magic every time we kiss. I wanna ride with you, baby.
Shout out to Nico.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So like a song like that, that's like what I was talking about earlier. Those are like songs that I want to go back and re-push, because I didn't push when I dropped those at the time. I didn't understand the whole streaming stuff. I didn't understand that you had to get on these different platforms, different playlists and stuff like that. So that's actually one of the songs that I want to go back and re-push, try to get it out there. It's a hit. I think it's a hit. It's a dope track. Got a good vibe. Like I said, I've always done songs for the ladies and stuff like that. So that's one of the tracks that I want to go back and try to
Where'd you shoot
put some money behind.
where up? What part of the mountains were you in?
That's in Idaho Springs.
Idaho Springs. Yeah,
Yeah,
man, it's
you go up there.
beautiful. I
Yeah,
like that little spot around there.
I'm actually going back to that cabin this weekend. We're going up there for Easter and stuff, so I'll be over there.
Salute. Right
Um,
on.
but yeah, man, there's I'm pretty I'm I kind of I got all kinds of different type of flavors. I can actually go back and show you, different music videos, how different flavors. Like that one's like more of a Chicano rap one. I got my animated cartoon that I did with Baby Bash and MC Magic. Like I said during COVID, all these songs that I'm showing you that I've been showing you is on that one album, Chicano American Made, that I dropped in 2020. It was supposed to be a really big album, but COVID hit, so it kind of got put up on the back burner. But I still wanted to put it out because, like I said, I wanted to get something out there. But I couldn't do some of the music videos, so I did the animated video with Baby Bash and MC Magic. It was really really dope. I mean I liked it. The one I did with Mr. Capone, I really liked it. The animation is a little bit off. I went to a place out in California, and they tasked me for these music videos, man, but they didn't really come through exactly the way that I wanted them to, and stuff like that. And it was just it was kind of hard because they were out there and I was out here, so it was kind of once you pay, it's pretty much you just get what you get. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, or
but
you pay them again to go ahead and do a revision.
well, it was they
Yeah,
sent me. They were really professional, bro. They sent me like a whole comic book of how it was gonna look, how it was gonna be, and the video is actually pretty good. Slimes Carter didn't like the way that the characters walked. That was one of his pet peeves on there. He was like, he didn't like the way that they walked, and there were just certain little things. I actually like it, man. Summertime, man, with me, Baby Bash, and MC Magic. That one's a dope music video. I think it was really cool with something different. But I mean, I have other music videos too, like
we can
going
pull
back
that
to
up
that.
summertime. We got that ready for you if you want to.
Yeah, yeah.
Since we talked
Let's check
about
that
it,
one out,
like,
man.
is there any other like? Because I gotta tell you, like that is like the one that you played. I checked out. I was digging that one, but also I love the fact I'm a big fan of this song specifically, but I love the old school Cool and the Gang, man. I grew up listening to them as a kid and all of that stuff. And when I heard that you sampled "Summertime," I was like, "Oh, Summer Madness!" Like,
Yep, yep, yeah.
let's go. So, is there anything about like the thought process going into this, and like, I wanted to ask you, like, also, there was what has there ever been an artist that you've collaborated with that pushed you, like, or out of all of the artists that you've collaborated, what would you say the one made you dig the deepest? Even like you were like, even the thought process is like, all right, I gotta really lock in, or was it, was there one?
I'm in a couple. Like as far as the music video ones, like the first one I showed you, the American Made one. I had Tro and I had Nico on that song, and they're really like fast rappers. They're like lyrical, and like I'm more of like a pop rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like a more of a bubblegum rapper. And these guys have real skills. You know what I'm saying? Like Nico and Tro, they have real skills. So the American Made one, I really had to step myself up to kind of compete with them to be on their level. So I had to come through on that. But the Kit Kat song, I mean, there's not a music video for that, but the Kit Kat song when I did with Brown Boy, I hooked up with him, and that's one of the songs that wasn't produced by Simons Carter. It was all Brown Boy's ideas. He had this concept. He's like, hey, I got this song for you. Let's hook up, let's do this, blah blah blah. But the way that they engineered the song and they put it together and they did everything for me, like they did the work, the engineering and stuff like that. And I definitely think the way they made me sound and stuff like that, and me stepping up my level, trying to be up on the level of Brown Boy and stuff like that. That was kind of a push for me because I wanted to make that song perfect and super dope. And my verse is super
Hell
dope,
yeah.
bro. On that Kit Kat song, like it's just really catchy. Like I say, like pulling off your panties with my teeth. Like Brown Boy, every time I see a Brown Boy, that's everything he tells me all the time. He's like pulling up my panties. He's like, it's just something that it catches on and stuff like that. But yeah, man, like it's just different things. And then the Summertime song, going back to that one, I did a summertime song way back in the day, but it wasn't done the way that I wanted it to be done. And I always wanted to redo a summertime song. And I kind of already had the hook in my head. I was like, summer, summer. I already had the hook and stuff into my head. And those are one of the songs like I put up to Simon's Carter studio. And I was like, hey man, I always had this summertime song and I had this melody in my head. I was like, I want to do this. And I sang him the hook and he's like, boom, light bulb came on. He's like, okay, well, he used that sample. Summertime. He's like, I got this. He pulled out that sample, boom, boom. He made the beat, and it just, just went from there. You know what I'm saying? He was like, okay. I was like, I had the beat, and I had the, the song, and I was like, man, like, what can I really do to really make this song even better? And I was doing a lot of stuff with MC Magic, and I was like, at first I was gonna get MC Magic on the talk box because I got MC Magic on a talk box on one of my other songs called Let Me Know What's Up, where it's just me rapping and MC Magic up on the talk box. But we ended up MC Magic ended up dropping a verse. He didn't do a talk box, he dropped a verse, and then I got Baby Bash to drop a verse. So Bash dropped a verse, I dropped a verse, and then MC Magic dropped a verse, and Simon's Carter sang the hook. And we actually got Mike C do the talk box out from Albuquerque. So it's not even MC Magic that's on the talk box, it's Mike C that's on the talk box. So it was just, something that kind of just, we put together. And I think it's cool, man. It's a dope song. Like I said, it's up to, over 400K. That's one of the songs I'm trying to go back and push also too. But I wish I could have done a regular music video for it. I probably still can, but I don't mind the music video. I think it was cool.
You still can.
I still can. It's just, it's gonna cost a lot of money, man. I had to get Bash, I had to get Magic, you know what I'm saying? And I did the animated music videos. I wanted, like I said, I just had my son. My son was young at that time. I wanted to, do something that was more family friendly. So like a cartoon, like to market towards the kids, like all the kids could check out a cartoon music video. And it was just something I wanted to do to leave my son for when, I pass away or whatever. Like he could be like, oh shit, my dad had a cartoon. I have a couple. Like to me, I see him as a cartoon. Like it's my own cartoon. You know what I'm saying? I got that one, and then I got Go Hard with Mr. Capone. So I got 2 animated music videos through the same company. So I was trying to push that album. But yeah, man, it's a dope track, man. It's a dope song. It's a hit,
That's dope. Well,
all right,
hey
let's
man,
get into it.
let's get into it, y'all. Summertime, y'all. Dank1, let's go.
Yeah. Summertime. It's that time of the year when everybody feels extra special, extra sexy. It's Magic City D1, let's go.
All the ladies looking so fly. I'm breaking dance when I ride.
That's right.
From the east side to the west side. Summer, summer, summer,
Summertime.
Summertime, summer, summer, summertime, summertime.
Okay, we like it hot in the summer. Bikinis give me the number, so I can beat it down like I'm pounding a funky drummer. Like a rock star, motherfucking pop star. Take me where you want, but stay away from the cop car. Cause we in a drop top, smelling like some vodka, and we smoking fuego, hotter than some lava. Girl, you're so pretty with your booty popping off like that. Girl, I can't wait to get off in the cat. I'm a major, girl, I'll amaze ya. Make you call me daddy even though I didn't raise ya. A summertime player, far from a square. And girl, I can't wait to feel that summertime air. Woo!
All the ladies looking so fly. I'm breaking dance when I ride. From the east side to the west side. Summer, summer, summertime. Summertime, summer, summer, summertime. Summertime.
Summertime, where will you be? Chillin' with the homies, smoking on some weed, and will you be at Sloan's Lake when the makeup a plate? Barbecue, chicken up, pork chops and steak. Ate so much that your belly ache. Chasing all the ladies, watching booty shake. Whatever it is, make the best of your day. Bumping nice cue, watching kiddies play. And when they say, baby bash is on the way. And when they say, cruising feds up at A. And when they say, cruising at my 6'4", hitting the switches, suicide doors.
All the ladies looking so fly. You know I'm breaking this when I ride. From the east side to the west side. Summer, summer, summertime. Summertime. Summer, summer, summertime. Summertime.
Yeah, this that type of groove to take you all the way back in the day. Summertime to me was like a holiday. University Park, like 1,000 degrees. Not everybody can handle summertime in AZ. Cruising down Central, speakers on blast. Low lows and car shows and always trying to smash. I rise like the phoenix from the fire. 303, 602, take you higher. I'm chillin' with my homie Dank Diddy. Always down to rep for the Mile High City. MAGICCITY. Let them know, girls, that we stay so fly.
All the ladies looking so fly.
Come on.
You know I'm breaking this when I ride. From the east side to the west side. Summer, summer, summertime. Summertime. Summer, summer, summertime. Summertime.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, that one right there.
Yeah, that was I thought the video was dope. Simon didn't like the way the characters moved and stuff like that, but it is what it is, man. I did it. It's out, you know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of love off that video. People showing
Hey,
love.
look, Midget Mike said new songs should use the same video guy and do another animation for 2025. Hey, look, and also look, man, you might want to think about AI art's crazy, and Midget Mike is such a one of the guys that did like my logo, like one of my new logos for me. Like he does tons of logos and AI art and animation and music and stuff. Like there's so much stuff that's out there that's crazy these days, bro. That I mean, I know when you talk about the money and the budget for things, man, you can pretty much do a ton of stuff with these iPhones and tech. I mean, the technology nowadays is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro. Like I wish, things, changed since, 2020. Send me his link, bro. I'd like to check out some of his stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll definitely like to check out some of his stuff.
Midget
Yeah,
Mike,
but-
holler at him. Dank1, holler at him.
Yeah, hit me up. It's Dank1 on Facebook, just the way it's spelled, DANK and the number one. Do not spell it the one, just the number one. I pop up as a Facebook like page. I'm the only one that pops up, so I should be the only one that's on there. But
There you go.
getting back to these music videos. Hold on, let me see if I could find this remote right here. Turn this TV off real fast. I had to switch rooms because like I said, I got my wife, and shout out to my wife. She's the one that's actually in the Rock With You music video. So she's in a couple of my music
Salute to
videos.
her.
Um,
Hell yeah.
she's the lady that's in my music video right there. But
What's
getting
another one
back
you
to
wanna
some,
get into it, or what were you gonna finish? My
there's a
apologies.
couple. I got a couple more music videos. I'll let you guys pick. I'll tell you two different stories.
Yeah,
The
man.
first one is my first video called Night Riding, which goes back to old school Denver hip hop. That was the old school Denver sound. It was, cruising up and down Federal Boulevard. That was my first music video. And the other video I want to talk about is the Twerk for the Perks music video. Going back to that story of meeting with Miss Beautiful. And the reason why I like to talk about that music video is because that's a video that I put out.
Let's get into that
And-
one first, man. Because bad way. I mean, I'm sorry. Weez was like, let's just go ahead.
I already got it.
Cool. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Let's do it. Then I'll tell you the story about that one afterwards.
Oh, so you want to go? You want to play? You want to play the twerk to play the video first and then got it. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I don't want to ruin it, man. Go ahead and play the video.
okay. So got you all. Let me get that queued up because normally I'll give you a little bit of pre-production, backstage type stuff. While you go ahead and are telling the story, I'm normally like,
Well, I can go ahead and tell a story right now.
No. I'm ready. I'm good. We're good.
All right.
Because we tight like this, man. We live, man. We giddy. So check this out. Twerk for the perks, y'all.
Hello, Denver's most wanted ENT.
Hello, this is Robert from Robert's Insurance. Is Dank1 around?
Dank. Hey, Robert's on the phone.
This shit goes so fucking hard.
Man.
He's in a meeting. Can I take a message?
You have Dank hook up some live entertainment. Got this big client coming in. I'm talking 1%er. This guy's for real.
Done. We got you, Robert. You're gonna have a good time.
Get my black book. Call Lily 2 time.
She twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks. She twerk for the perks, she twerk for the perks. She putting in work. She twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks. She twerk for the perks, she twerk for the perks. She putting in work.
She's putting in work, she'll twerk for the perks. She'll twerk for the perks, she's putting in work. She dropped it down low, she did the tootsie roll. She's working that pole, she's working that pole. She made that body roll, she made that body go. She made that booty clap, she made that booty pop. She working non-stop, she hustles run the clock. She shakes it non-stop, she shakes it non-stop. She shakes it to the ground, she shakes it up and down. She move it to the sound, she move it all around. She make that booty pound, she make that booty pop. So now she got a copper, now she got a copper. And block 30, she's up bright and early. She's up bright and early, chasing that 30. She only loves them dirty, she only loves them dirty. The M block 30, the M block 30.
She twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks. She twerk for the perks, she twerk for the perks. She putting in work. She twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks. She twerk for the perks, she twerk for the perks. She putting in work.
They twerking, they working, they popping for them perks. On the weekend, we freaking pump perks in the skirt. He lit, I'm live, who trying to get this work? We grit, we grind, so hard it's a crime. 5, 10, 15, 20, shake it, honey, get that money, drop it down low, real slow, make it roll. Black, white, brown, or Haitian, bitch, you better pull that cake and getting bags, Benjamin. Tell that man, bring a friend. If he ain't got money, then he dummy. Check my swag, check my game. I go hard in the paint. If he want a real session, I'm the one you call. Knocking shit off the wall, pulling rank at the bank, cashing checks, playing fetch while you catch. On deck, a 10 hut, I'm the last one left. Real hot mamacita coming with the flex. And if you want them perks, you better twerk on set.
She twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks. She twerk for the perks, she twerk for the perks. She putting in work. She twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks, twerk for the perks. She twerk for the perks, she twerk for the perks. She putting in work.
Hey, look, man. There's an old adage whenever it came to like closing deals and contract signings and everything like that. There's one thing that makes it happen, and that's hookers and blows. So,
right. That's why you got to get it done.
That's what reminded me, man, because I had a sales. Man, I ain't gonna get into that shit, but yeah, man, that guy. Woo. Anyway, look. Tell us the story about this, man. I can't wait to hear this.
Well, there's really not too much of a story, bro, but I just want to say, like, that's one of the songs that I want to go back and push. And when I wrote that song, I mean, you got to remember this was in, 2020, that before 2020. That's when Perks first came out, and there was a lot of money to be made. People were making money, but after the time came around, you start seeing the fact that it had on the community. With people getting addictions and people dying and stuff like that. So I'm kind of anti-perks right now. I don't condone anybody doing it. If you know anybody that's doing it, they should get help, or you should, try to stop people from doing that, because that fentanyl ain't no joke, man. People are dying left and right. And that's one of the songs that I wrote, and I feel some type of way now, because at the time I thought it was cool. But, perks, they ain't cool, man. Those blues and stuff like that. I mean, it was cool at the time when when there was money to be made, but like you see the epidemic that it's had on the community. I know people that's lost kids. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know somebody that's passed away or that's OD'd, or we know somebody
I've
that knows somebody.
lost so many people due to the opiate epidemic, including people that were extremely close to me. And yeah, I've had what 16 plus surgeries at this point, right? And I do 'em without any painkillers, fam. Like, and I stream live on air, like right here, right after getting off the table. We go right in here without it, because like I don't want to get addicted. I got an addictive personality, so fuck that.
Yeah.
You
So
know
I
what I
mean, I
mean?
just feel to me, I feel like I did the song. I thought it was cool. I mean, it's still a dope song. I'm still gonna
Oh, the
push it,
song's
but
dope as fuck.
um,
Like,
I
and you can
I
just put like an announcement, like you put a PSA again. It's like I put a bumper on it or
yeah,
whatever. Like,
I
you
definitely
know what
want
I
to do
mean?
something, man. I don't condone people taking perks. I'm really kind of anti perks. I try to speak on as much as I can. I do feel some type of way though because I did put out that music video and I did kind of make it look like it was cool and something to do. But at the same time, it is just a song. I'm actually working on a new song where it's called "I'm Not a Role Model." So it is what it is, man. I did it. It's a dope song. It's catchy. Twerk
Oh
for the
yeah.
perks. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's the meaning right there. Twerk for the perks,
Hey,
girl. It's
look.
twerking for the perks.
Oh, girl,
Yeah,
Lily.
who is she?
Woo,
What was
she's
Oh,
her
Lily
name?
fire as
Futon, man,
fuck.
she's super
Woo,
dope,
god
bro.
damn.
Yeah, shout out to her. She came with it on that
Yeah,
She
she
first
killed
rode
it,
that
man.
beat like a motherfucker. Like, I
She
mean,
ki-
that
she killed that
absolutely.
shit. And that was one of the songs that I was like kind of telling you guys, man, that I just had this idea. I had the hook, and I was like, twerk for the perks. I went up to Simon Carter, man. We got in the studio, and I was like, hey, man, I got this. I got this idea. I got this song, and he just made the beat right there on the spot, man. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. We made the beat, and we just went from there. You know what I'm saying? So um, that's how I
So
met the
check it
homegirl.
out. I'm gonna be playing. I need some digital copies, fam, because I'm gonna be playing. I play and DJ a ratchet raid train, ratchet music raid train. It's
Okay.
put on by DJ DJ 350 or Big Al 350. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mess his name up, but he's a manager for Mr. Long out of Black Sheep and everything like that. But he's been putting on this epic Ratchet Tuesday raid trains on Twitch
Yeah, I
for
thought
a
I was trying
while
to get into
now.
that, man. I wanted to have I
Yeah,
wanted to have a twerk song, bro, because I have another
so
song.
I'm gonna play it. Like, if you send it to me, like I'm gonna throw it on there, and like I'm gonna let everybody know what it is, and even like get some feedback for you and everything like that. I've been
Oh yeah.
playing you cocaine song and a bunch of other stuff, even for the last week or so, since I knew that we had you locked down and everything like that. This stuff off of some of the streaming platforms, but it'd be nice to have you in the crate for me to be able to just pop that in and go. You know what I mean? So let me. That's one. Send me some music, fam,
I'll
so I
I'll
can
send you one.
play.
Especially since I got another. I don't got a music video for it, but I did that song because I have another one called "I Like Them Girls" with Fat Lee, and that's one of the songs that I perform a lot. And people just love that song, bro. They just go nuts. And so I kind of like wanted to do another twerk song. Like I said, I'm kind of versatile and doing stuff like that. And I kind of wanted to get back on the old original Denver sound. I do have a music video, like I was talking about before. It's my first music video. It's called Night Riding. It's with Philly Blunt. It was a dope track, and that one is straight. If you watch that music video, bro, that's Denver to the max of us growing up. Low rider scene, cruising and stuff like that, and it's a dope
And what
track. It's
was
one
that
of
called again?
that one's called Night Riding. You might have to search up Dank DANK and then spell ONE and then Night Riding. There should be a music video.
I got it.
Yeah, there's a music
Okay.
video. The
Gotcha.
the guy that produced that video at that time, he didn't know how to spell my name, so he put ONE. Well, just
I
but it is what
found
it
it.
is.
I had found this one too.
That's
In the
that's
research, I was wondering why. when I was doing research, I was like, all right, well, he is ONE on this one, but he's like one on the other one. So it was cat.
Yeah.
Put your credits right and everything like that.
Hey,
Yeah, we didn't know too much, but that's when we first started. Like I said, that's my very first music video. But talking about Denver hip hop and bringing it back to the classic, that is one of the original like type of Denver type sounds that I think that's Denver hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So the whole video is super dope. It's kind of just like going back in time watching that video because like I got my daughters in that music video and they're like real young. You know what I'm saying? Like. And now my daughter's a big time DJ and she's, 22 and she's DJing all over the place. So just watching that music video just brings back a lot of memories and history and stuff like that. But I did want to touch up on that video because it is an original Denver sound and it is Denver. That music video is Denver to the max.
Hell yeah, man. Well, we're getting ready to do it, but Mad Ways where you get sorry, God. Big Wheeze. I'm so used to Mad Ways.
I just wanted to
not being here.
Yeah, I just wanted to backtrack real quick while Boogie pulls that up.
I'm ready. Go for it.
Miss Catherine made a good point to where she said she thought you meant perks, not perks. So you can actually change the name of the song that says she's twerking for the perks. Still works, bro. Still works.
The video might even work for it too, because this is like he's signing up for the perks.
Yep. Yeah.
So there it is. You can just
if people don't know the language, like I'm talking about M Block 30s and stuff like that. If you don't know the actual language, I'm pretty sure I could pull it off. But I mean, if you do know the language and what I'm talking about in the video, you're like, oh,
they're talking about diversifying their bonds, man.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
Anyway,
man.
Let's get into Night Ride.
Classic baby Denver stuff right here.
Let's get into it, man. Here we go.
Yeah, what's up? This is Philly B. Are you ready to ride and get high? Well, let's do the damn thing. Denver, Colorado. Night riding, night riding, night riding, night riding, night riding, night riding. Night riding, night riding, night riding, night riding, grab your cushion blunts, we gonna take a trip to a place where you ain't never been, homie, and it's the shit. Grab the Glock with cop killers and 2 clips, make sure you got them Trojans for them girls who wanna ride on it. Driving 50 down, Federal hit Armani's, grab a couple of drinks before we pick up 2 sexy mommies. Spray some pimp juice, we gonna get them loose. If they ain't down, my dog, stick your hand out the window and chunk the deuce. High as fuck, creeping like that Michael Knight. Got me customers just catching flight. We gonna have some fun throughout the whole night. So join the Mayo High Club, you hate us cause it's all right. Night riding, 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 night riding.
My speaker by brain finger wine. Let me do my thing, let me do my thug dizzle. While me blind, chop your baby mizzle. For shizzle, riding dirty with the skizzle. Me and my skizzle, Philly blunt, ready to stun. 63 impalers with the pumps. Look at us, look at these triple gold. These we keep it real like OGs and federal where the hoes be. 5 miles an hour, everybody knows me. Your lady kept it cozy. Why you mad? She chose me and Nancy cousin Rosie. Had them on the tippy toesies. They some kinda roundies. They love it cause I'm like not riding slow. Late, not riding slow.
Night riding, 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 riding while you be hugging your pillow. Got your girl swimming off cause she don't want no more minnow. She want the big shark chilling up at Houston Park. Gave me dome with DSL, now she don't want a part. My hustle game crispy, use a hater then dismiss me. Anybody in my way of my money gon' be history. So back, slow your roll and give me 50 feet. Cause my desert eagle might put you slowly in your sleep. Night riding, 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 yeah, got your boy Philly B, Dank 1, you know what I'm saying, 2K9, keep night riding, watch out for them Denver pigs.
Yo,
Old school right there, baby. 2009. You know what I'm saying? 2009. That's old as hell.
Hey, bro, that was one that I was bumping like as soon. Man, that has that Fat Pat. Like, I need to hear Fat Pat and Zero on that, like, cause that has definitely like. I know, man. I'm not surprised. Like, you should push that down in Texas, man. Like that,
Yeah.
that's got that sound to it, man. I love.
yes.
But that's got, man, that right there. You should re-release that right now, fam. Like,
Yeah, that's one of the
that
ones I'm trying to
still
get up on.
slaps.
It bombs hard too. And you know, I'm old school, man. I still got the 3-finger ring. You know what I'm saying? I still got the 3-finger ring. So you know, that one was a banger, bro. It was a bumper, you know. But
Miss Catherine
this
wants to
shows,
know, was that a Chevy SS, a 69 or a 70?
man. Honestly, she probably knows more than I do. You know what I mean? Like we just pulled up, man. We just had everybody pull up over there to Barnum Park. You know, we shot it over there. We shot a couple parts over there at the old Target over there, off of Jewel and Sheridan and stuff by a couple spots up on Federal. So yeah, man, it was just everybody just pulled up, man. So you know,
Hey,
shout out to everybody.
yeah, shout out. I got a same video with the Street Soldiers also, bro.
Hey, man, they came through, man. They came through. We shot the videos, and it was, you know, at that time, bro, we didn't know what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey,
it
your
is what it
footage
is.
looks just like mine. I was hanging out the sunroof with a camera recording on the highway, like, let's go.
That's what that's what I'm saying. That's the original Denver shit. That's what we did, man.
Yeah.
That's how we rolled. That's how we did. That's how we really did it, man. You know, low and slower. We all hung out together, and you know, cars everywhere, and that was, you know, a different type of stuff, man. It was different. As you can see, bro, like on that video, you can see, you know, everybody when they were doing the bike tricks and stuff like that. It was open road. It's not like these cats nowadays, man. They're right behind you on your back, bro. Like, you know, like they're it's not safe no more, man. Like, I know it wasn't safe back then either, but at least we were kind of more, you know, aware of our surrounding and kind of respected other people around us. Nowadays, man, you get up on Federal and stuff like that. Motherfuckers are popping woolies like right next to your car, right beside you. It's, you know, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's wild.
Yeah, no, we didn't have open road in my video. They was doing this on the highway in traffic. Dude was standing he was standing on top of the motorcycle in rush hour traffic going 90 miles an hour, just standing doing a T. I was like, y'all is nuts.
Yep, hey, man.
I got all the footage.
As long as you got the footage, man, you know what I'm saying? But it just shows you how just, you know, things just change, you know, everything just, you know, evolved from there. It's a lot different than now. But watching the old stuff like that, and just even brings back memories towards you. Like now you have memories of your video. You're like, oh shit, like that's how we did it back then. That's how we rolled. That's what we were doing.
Hey, you know what? You talking about making one more last album. You honestly, man, you shouldn't, because you got to keep that Denver sound alive, because I'm gonna be real with you. It is a dying sound out here, and everybody else is a copycat. There's no originality in Colorado. I hate to say it, but it has to be said. So you talking about doing one last album, or I'm gonna do a Dank Greatest Hits. Man, you can't let the tradition and that sound die with you, brother. You got to keep.
Well, you know, I've been doing the Denver's Most Wanted for a long time, but I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, my plans for the future, bros. I'm actually trying to move out to Texas. I'm moving out to McAllen, Texas. Um, just my personal opinion and my view. Denver ain't the same. It ain't the same, how we grew up. It's a whole different gentrification. It's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different scene. Um, I hate to be the one to say it. I love my city. I love my state, but Colorado just become a shithole, bro, and it's very expensive to live.
Cost
I'm
of living
not.
is crazy here.
Yeah, the
Feel
cost of
me?
living is nuts. I actually been looking out in McAllen, Texas, man. You could get like a mini mansion out there for 250K with a
Oh,
pool and
100%.
everything. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, I already went out there and did some shows. I just did a show out there over the summer with me and B. Rogers and the Mount of Prez, and I went out there and I was chilling. It was beautiful. It was lovely. We went out there and looked at some house. We was house hunting.
I was gonna say,
It's
what's the
90
outdoors like?
miles 90 miles from South Padre. It took me an hour, man, to get South Padre. I was up on the beach, just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? You're right next to the border of Mexico. Um, it's all gente, all raza. And you think of Texas, you're thinking of, heat. Bro, it's palm trees. Like it's beautiful in McAllen, man. It's palm trees. It wasn't really
Not
hot to
too
me out there.
humid.
It wasn't humid, bro, at all. But when I went to South Padre, that shit was no joke, bro. Like my wife and my kids are complaining about the heat up in McAllen. They're like, it's hot. I didn't think it was hot. I thought it was cool. Like it just felt like regular summer day up in Denver. But when we did go to South Padre, as soon as I got out the car, bro, it was like an instant fucking oven. It was like I was in the sauna. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in the sauna.
no,
So
no,
it is hot out there.
yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good.
That's the only reason why I wouldn't want to. I'm a Colorado native, man. I love the snow and I love my four seasons, man. But I'm getting to the point of my life where I'm getting older, and I've
Yeah.
been chasing this music scene and doing this and that, man. Like I really, I got so much invested into my music, and it's a lot of money. That's you kind of see it as of a lot of waste. Me, I haven't had a job since I dropped my first album. I always been solo, just grinding music, doing concerts and stuff like that. But when you get older, you start realizing that you don't got a retirement plan, you don't got a 401k. I don't own a home. I got a lot of memories, I got a lot of good stories, but I don't own a home. You know what I'm saying? I don't own my own house. I don't own stuff like that. So when you get older, you start thinking about stuff like that. So that's where I'm at right now mentally. Is I'm thinking about my family and leaving them something, and having so much to live when I'm 80 to 90 years old. Like I can't be, I don't want to be. I see my parents. Um, they're retired and they're living in a one bedroom apartment and stuff like that. And that's not what I want to do, man. I don't want to be old living, in a community home or, housing in a one bedroom fucking apartment in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Like, so definitely trying to make a move. I love Colorado. Like I said, I'm not trying to disrespect Denver. I'm Denver's most wanted. I represent Colorado, but it ain't the same Colorado as I grew up, man. It's just too expensive out here. Gotta go.
Well, then I got to put one thing in the air and put this in the atmosphere. My wife has never, ever seen me perform. So before you leave Colorado, Dank, I would be honored and blessed to share a stage with you, brother.
Yeah, sure. Well, for sure, man. We have shows all the
yeah.
time. I'll get you up on the next one that we got coming up. Definitely reach out to you, and let's get it, man.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
Hell yeah.
Let's get it.
We'll definitely like to do that. But yeah, man. So like I said, I got stories for days, man. I got stories from being on tour. I got stories, I got all kinds of different, stories, and I don't want to go out just being a story. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to have a house, or I leave a house for my son or my kids or something like that. So, it's all fun and games until you get older. Like I said, you realize, I don't have a 401k. I don't have a retirement plan. I don't have a home. I got a bunch of cars, but I don't own a home, so I guess it's just old people thinking, man. You know what I'm saying?
No. That's the one thing about music. A lot of people who get into this industry and into this game, they don't think about the future because money comes now and you spend it just as fast as you get it. You ain't thinking about the future and what future behind, because one day that money stops and then you got to figure out how to go get it. And I've watched a lot of people struggle. I know a lot of artists that have struggled after retirement trying to go get it.
It's hard, man. Like I said, it goes by so fast, bro. It seems like I just started doing music yesterday. Like I just had last year, the year before, I did the Denver's Most Wanted 20-year anniversary compilation album. That was the last album I dropped. That was 20 years of doing Denver's Most Wanted. And that's what kind of like opened my eyes. I'm like, man, I've been doing this for 20 years, and I have a lot of memories, and I partied hard like a rock star. Like I lived my life to the fullest. And like I said, it took a toll. It took a toll on me, took a toll on my life. Not in a negative way. I mean, I haven't stopped. Everything keeps moving. I'm still doing shows. I'm still moving. I'm still living. I'm still, it all took it downhill, man. You're eating all the time, like going out to eat, eating fancy restaurants. I probably spent, bro, like I probably spent like $1 million on my gut, bro. Like I'm fucking fat as fuck, dude. Like, and it's all paid for. You know what I'm saying? Those are like $500 meals in my stomach. You know what I mean? Going to Fleming's and different spots like that where I'll take my wife out, and we spend $400 or $500 on a meal. You know what I mean? And like when you get older, you're like, fuck, what the fuck did I do with all my money? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I ate. You know what I mean? Like shit. Now I'm trying to get rid of it. Now I'm trying to get rid of it.
I I ain't going through the whole story, but yeah, bro, it's from one person to another. COVID kicked my ass, killed me, and yeah, bro, like yeah, we had a whole lot through that whole journey. Yeah, I'm still very much working on all of that shit, and it takes a lot out of you. And just I think that whole situation and season like fucked everybody's psyche up because it just changed. I mean, when have we ever been told we can't go outside and like air like can kill you, like so the one thing you can't do without air, like it's not like avoid this motherfucker over here, or like it's just avoid air, and everybody
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like,
no, dude, it
yo,
was
this is crazy, man. Wiping everything down because it couldn't. Ah,
it was rough, bro. Because like my wife she works in healthcare. So she runs a bunch of facilities, but at that time they only had a couple of facilities, like old folks homes and stuff like that. So she was she was really into the fire with the COVID, and at that time, when COVID had hit and I was getting ready to draw my album, we actually rented a house from her boss. He had a home, and I was like, man, we went and looked at this home. They were still remodeling, and my chick was like, nah, man, this place looks like a dump. And to me, I could see the vision of the home. I was like, oh, they're not done with the construction. I done construction when I was younger, so I knew it was going to be dope. And we moved in. We were paying $21.50 for a home in Arvada, two bedroom with a basement, backyard, big backyard. Behind our backyard there was a creek. And to me, mentally, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, this is COVID. I need a home for my family to die in. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was preparing for. I was like, if I'm gonna die, I want to die in a home. I don't want to die in an apartment. So we got a home, and there, the water was back there, the creek and stuff was running. I was like, we got access to water. So to me, I was preparing for the worst. I was like, okay, we got a home. Boom, shit hits the fan. Lucky we don't fucking pay rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's water back there. If we need water, I'm pretty sure if shit comes down, there's birds and wildlife and stuff that's back there, because I was living right there next to the Ralston Creek. So that ran right behind my home, and I lived there for a long time. I only just moved out of there like a few months ago, and the reason I moved out of there is because our rent went up from $21.50, then I ended up paying like $23.50, and then it went all the way up to like 3 racks. So I was like, man, fuck that. 3 racks for a fucking home that I don't even
that's
own.
a
So
mortgage,
yeah,
man.
yeah. So
That's
we
way
moved out,
more
man.
than what they had.
I moved out like 6 months ago. We made this idea, like, I come up with the idea. I was like, we need to try to do something else, buy a home. We started looking out in Texas, McAllen, Texas. We downgraded. I moved into an apartment. We got a 2-bedroom apartment now in Arvada. I'm only paying $1,800 a month. Just trying to save money, pay out some debts, and just make a move, man. Like I said, Colorado's not what it used to be. It's expensive to live out here. You got to have money, man, to really I laugh because I grew up in the hoods, man, and I see these people moving into gentrification of the South Side, West Side, North Side, and I see these guys buy these homes 600,000, 500,000 for a 2 bedroom crack house, man, that we know. We're like, man, there's like 10 bodies in that fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Like, that used to be the crackhead's house. And, these people buy it for 500,000 or whatever. And, they fix it up and they live in it. And, they're bringing up the property values and stuff like that and pushing everybody out of the neighborhoods and stuff like that. So, it's kind of a fucked up situation, but it is what it is, man. Life keeps moving, so you got to move. You got to move with the world.
Yeah.
So, fuck it. It's too expensive for me. I got like 10 different houses and it's still too expensive for me, man. I'm throwing concerts. I do all kinds of different things, man. So trying to, DJ and stuff right now is trying to, stay afloat. And there's nothing for me. I've been doing music. My first album came out in 2003 and I haven't had a job since 2003. The last job that I had was recently, and that was because I was working at the radio station. I was working with Flow 107.1 and Jam 101.5. But that's the only reason that I had a job is because it was in the music industry. It was still in the music industry. But other than that, bro, there's no turning back for me, bro. It's either I keep going forward or I die, man, because there's nothing else. Dude, I'm old. I'm not going to go back out there and start doing, construction or, doing anything like that. It is what it is, man. It's me. This is who I am. This is what I do. I just got to keep pushing. And if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. But I just got to give it, one last shot, one last roll, and just see where it goes from there.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, that's the whole thing about what it is that I'm doing and what we doing right here and everything like that. We're 76 or 75 episodes deep right now and already, and we keep it moving, and we've been doing this and trying to grow this platform. So we appreciate you being on our platform and Vision House Studios. Thank you so much for that raid, fam. Make sure you follow Vision House Studios. Super dope producer and engineer that is based out of the Midwest. I can't remember if you are in Cincinnati. I think you are still Cincinnati Vision House, but I'm sorry. I'm just had I had anesthesia yesterday, so I'm kind of still foggy headed.
Okay.
So but my apologies. I'm messing up right now. Help me out. It's Mr. Watts, I believe. Mr. Watts, that's right, Mr. Watts. But he's a dope producer too, and you want that classic Midwest sound, that gangster, that funk, that good, that's he's dope, man.
What was that name again? Mr. Watts?
Mr. Watts, man.
Mr. Watts, okay.
Vision House Studios, he's on Twitch and everything, and he'll stream and dope. Like that's even he's been on B-Boys Underground. So all you have to do for everybody that's tuning in live right now and are following this or watching this in the future, what I want you to do is check out the tab where it says past episodes, guys. We're going to be posting more short form content and more clips and reels from all of these great episodes. But what I want you to do is definitely please check out it's in the live category. So if you want to see the episodes, either go to the live tab or just click past episodes. This will be in there and it's ready to go. You can watch it live right now. So say you tuned in and didn't catch it all, you can go right to B-Boys Underground on youtube.com and check that out and check everything out. But we've got so many collaborations of so many dope artists and acts, and so much great music has come about just in a short amount of time through this platform. And that was like my dream when I was bringing myself up through my health journey, which is the reason why I reached out to Fresh to resurrect the B-Boys Underground brand and everything like that, and moving forward into the podcasting platform, because this is a radio show from in the early 90s that we started, in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm out here in Denver now with y'all, but it's my family's out here, and but I love it out here, and I always have, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
But
Denver, Colorado's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful
Colorado,
state. Denver's a beautiful state, but it there's just certain things like
oh, it's not what it
um
used to be. Like I've been out here my whole like on and off my whole life, but I haven't lived here until basically 11 years now. You know what I mean? 12 years, 11, 12 years now. So yeah,
there's there's one thing that really kind of put the nail in the coffin for me, and that's with my kids. I grew up, man, going to 16th Street Mall. I used to sell CDs right there. I used to hand out flyers. I used to actually kick it with the bums and stuff out there on 16th Street Mall. And we had stories, man. It was different back then. Like we used to be able to go down up and down 16th Street Mall, promote, sell CDs. Um, even the people that were homeless out there, they were shining shoes, they were playing on buckets, they were doing different things. Now you go downtown, man, and those bums, man, they want to kill you, man. You don't give them $1, bro, they could get pretty violent. It smells like piss. It smells like shit. Like I don't like taking. You see 16th Street Mall, it's all tore up right now. They're redoing the construction stuff like that, but
oh,
it's
that's
really
a
not. It's really
nightmare.
not a
Fuck.
safe place for women to be walking. I mean, it's not really a place that you want to take your kids, and that was something kind of like when I grew up that I always wanted to do with my kids is catch a bus downtown or the light rail and walk around
Yeah,
downtown. It ain't. I don't want to take my son downtown, man, to see stepping over homeless people, stepping on shit, seeing syringes on the ground. Like Colorado became a shithole, and like what I grew up in the hood. Um, so I always grew up in the ghetto, but it's more ghetto than what it used to be. Like it's just, it's a lot different. And like I said, it's more filth and disgust now. I mean, you literally, I grew up in South Denver, and I hear people tell me stories that their kids can't even go play at the park. You know, what I'm saying you can't even go to the park because the park is full of homeless people, and I mean it's bad when like kids can't go outside and play because there's syringes and different things like that. So, and then you got perk
yeah,
zombies all over the place, man. You got the perk zombies everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, um, it's kind of fucked up because I kind of feel like like I done gangster rap, hip hop, Denver's Most Wanted. So I do kind of feel like as far as gang violence and stuff like that, I did probably contribute to a lot of those things of marketing of our music and stuff like that. So I do feel kind of responsible for a lot of the gang violence and stuff like that, but I don't feel responsible for the filth and the disgust that's going out there with a lot of the mental health, a lot of it's mental health, homeless people, and just basically a lot of it's politics and you know we don't take care of our people like we used to. Like we don't take care of the vets and stuff like that. It's like I said, they don't have mental institutions and stuff like that. Like people are just out there, and it's just wild, man. It isn't the city that I grew up in, and it's a shame. You know what I mean? So definitely trying to take a lead, man. When I went out to Texas, I was out there for 3 or 4 days out there just rolling around, and I'm not saying they don't got no homeless people, but I didn't see them. Like you see it out here, man. You can't even stop at the light, bro, with like 10 people trying to run up to clean your window. And if you don't
oh
let them
yeah,
clean your if you don't let them clean your window, bro, like some of those people get mad. It's just
oh, but they don't get mad and when they don't stay mad too long.
yeah, well, they got to keep moving, but it's just not really it's not really something I want to I mean
Well,
my
no.
daughters are grown up. Um, my daughters are older and they grew up and they seen a lot of rough stuff. And I kind of feel bad for my daughters, my daughter DJ Sensation and my other daughter Passion. They grew up in a rough environment. We grew up, in the hood and stuff like that. But I want to be honest with you, man, once I got a little bit of money, man, I moved out. I moved out of South Denver. I've been living in Arvada for, a long time. And Arvada's really nice, man. It's nice out here. Like, I don't hear gunshots. I don't hear traffic. I mean, it's so quiet in Arvada where where I live. it's so quiet, bro. Like when I party, like you have to go to bed at a certain time because if you don't, you hear those goddamn fucking birds chirping early in the morning, and then you can't sleep because them motherfuckers just chirp, chirp. That's just how quiet it
I
is.
got family in Arvada, fam. Yeah, oh yeah. I
Yeah,
know
dude.
all
You
about that. Yeah, yeah.
bro, if you party hard, bro, and you got to go to sleep, bro, you got to go to sleep early because you ain't gonna go to sleep when that sun comes up because that's all you're gonna hear is those birds because it's so quiet in Arvada. But growing up in the hood, you're used to the loud noise, the traffic, and I used to actually go to sleep with two gunshots and traffic and stuff like that. But when you get older, man, it's not the kind of life that I mean. I did music and stuff to try to get away from that lifestyle. I'm not trying to go back to that life, man.
What's it like being a father? So here's the thing, man, because my daughter, is I have, twins, and I have one son and one daughter. And, my son took after the sports side of me, and my daughter's like taking after the artistic and creative side of me, right? And she, very much has interest in DJing, and I've very much wanted to, put her in that path. But the thing that I haven't pushed her into that path is just because of what you had mentioned about, you know, you're being a dad and you got to worry about, your daughter being out there and, some of these shit's dangerous nowadays and everything like that. And, they prey upon, women.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. It's kind of rough. Me, I raised my daughters on my own. They're my DJ Sensation is 22, my other daughter's 24. I raised them on my own, man, and I felt kind of bad because I put them through, like I said, back in those days when they were real young, we was doing some real hood shit, man, real crazy shit. So they seen a lot and they've been through a lot, and they grew up, and to me, I just thought that was normal. I thought that was the normal because when you grow up in the ghetto or you grow up in the hood, that's all you know, and you think that's pretty much how the world is. But once you start traveling and you go start seeing all these different neighborhoods, and you start seeing, Cherry Creek, Highlands Ranch, you start seeing Arvada and stuff like that. You start seeing the middle class, and it's like, man, like there's more to the world than just being out in the hood, gang banging and doing dumb shit like that, man. So that was just kind of, um, that kept me pushing, man. Like I don't want, um, I don't want to live that lifestyle, and I don't want my kids to live that lifestyle. And now that I have, my new relationship with my new wife, my
Yeah.
son's 7 right now. He doesn't know anything about that life. He's real spoiled. He does piano. He does karate. He does taekwondo twice a week. He does piano once a week. He has a YouTube channel. He doesn't know anything about that lifestyle.
Shout out his YouTube channel so people
Julian
can
Santos TV. Julian Santos
oh,
TV. That's my son's YouTube channel. Julian
shout
Santos
out to
TV.
homie, man. Like,
Yeah.
good luck to him. Make follow Julio Santos TV, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
please,
follow my
not
daughter,
to
DJ
cuss on your
Sensation.
son. Yeah, please follow. So, how can they follow your daughter, DJ Sensation?
DJ Sensation, Sensation with the C, not with an S. DJ Sensation. She's on Facebook. She got her like page. She's actually worked with me at the radio station on Flow 107.1 and Jam 101.5. So she does all our big concerts. She's the DJ for all my concerts, and she DJed a lot for the radio station and stuff like that. And she's still
What'd she
doing
get
stuff.
down on?
She's at the River Bar right now on Thursdays.
Nice. What does she use? Do you know what kind of equipment? Does she use a controller? She use vinyl? She use both, a little bit
She
of both,
just
or
the controller, just the controller. She's not. She's more of a transition and a mixologist. She's not really
okay,
much of a battle DJ, but
okay,
she's like more of a club DJ. She gets the party popping. She knows the
hell yeah.
hits. She knows the old school. So she's more known for. She gets booked for a lot of like concerts mainly and clubs. So I mean she plays all, but she's not a battle DJ. She's not a
Yeah.
scratch or whatever. But
Hey man, I'm not that. I'm more like her too. I like just vibing out and stuff like that. So shout
her
out to her.
transitions
Best luck.
are
Yeah,
smooth, bro.
yeah.
They're like, but she learned from DJ Jones, so she's a prodigy of DJ Jones. Shout
He's
out to
the
my boy.
master.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. And
All
I'm learning
right.
from Jones right now too. Um, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just getting ready to say, like, do you have anything that you want to go out on as because I know I want to be respectful for your time and everything, and I want to be thankful for your time. Is there anything that you want to uh, promote or like make sure people have an opportunity to know about that we maybe didn't get a chance to cover yet? How can they support you or stay locked in? All of that stuff.
Man, I got so many stories I could tell for days, man. You know, from the
Oh, I
hood,
know.
and
I'm
hood
having a
music and stuff.
great time. And
Um,
listen, this isn't. I hope this is just part one because we would love
yeah,
to
no,
have you back,
bring me
fam.
back.
Because you're family. Like we're here in Colorado, so we support Colorado. I'm like support Cincinnati. I support Colorado. I think dual citizen. If I how I have to feel it. I'm a citizen out here. I ain't ever going back to Cincinnati. Sorry, Cincinnati. This is where I'm gonna have to. Until they tax me out. God damn. Anyway, but like
Yeah, so
but
I just want to
yeah.
give a shout out to you guys, man. Thank you guys for bringing me to the platform. I want to get all my
No
people to
doubt.
tune in and stuff like that. If you guys are, downloading or streaming music, look me up. It's Dank1 DANK and just the number one. Don't spell it out. I'm on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Google, whatever, all that stuff like that. All you gotta do is look me up. Same thing for Facebook. It's Dank1 DANK and just the number one. I got my like page up on there. I've been in Colorado doing the Denver's Most Wanted album, was putting local artists on there. So I want to give a shout out to all the Denver hip hop artists, all the Denver's Most Wanted artists, everybody that's been pushing music to Colorado. It's been a very beautiful ride, and I'm glad I made it this far, this long. Um, also want to give a shout out, man. Like we really didn't talk about like I'm one of the main co-promoters at the Roxy Theater. I've been throwing a lot of shows there. I have a show there like pretty much once a month. Want to give a shout out to all the openers that's been performing and opening up with us. Also want to give a shout out to my boy AG the MC. He's been rocking my shows and he's actually my hype man. He's been emceeing all my shows. My daughter DJ Sensation. Of course, want to give a shout out to her. My producer, Simes Carter. Shout out to my boy Simes Carter, even though he's a dick sometimes, he's the best there is in the game, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my boy Carter right there. I want to tell him to come and get on this platform. I think it'd be a good platform to come and promote some of his stuff. So shout out to my boy Simes Carter. He makes my sound, he makes me sound good. But basically, man, I just want to tell everybody, man, like, if you're gonna be doing hip hop music and stuff like that, make sure you have your team together, make sure you have your fundage together. Like you gotta have funds. It's like I was telling you guys before. It's different nowadays. Back in our day, we could do it and sell CDs out the trunk and stuff like that. Those days are over. So if you're gonna be doing music, man, you got to have money, man. Put some money behind your people. If you believe in somebody or you see somebody that has talent, and if you could afford to support their dream, do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't just support them, with a like or a share like that. If you see somebody that really has some talent and you got some bread and stuff like that, and you can invest into one of your homies and stuff like that, man, reach out to them, help them out. You know what I'm saying? Especially some of the young people, because that's all it takes, man. All it takes nowadays is some funding. You know what I'm saying? So,
But if you
you
don't
know.
have bread, please do the like and share because that part
Oh
is
yeah,
is,
yeah,
is
yeah, for
just as
sure.
critical. Like sharing this out and sharing out this information and this content. And I hope that people found some great information in regards to a lot that we covered in these 3 hours, fam. And I'm really looking forward to getting you back scheduled for a part two where we'll run it back and get into more where we're talking about. And we definitely want to talk to you about, we need to connect in regards to Roxy and Weez and I have something that I definitely have something, and we got to
All
talk.
right,
So let's talk about that, man. But yo, this has been B Boys Underground, y'all, and
B boys underground, baby.
Weez, you got shout outs.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the wife tuning in, support like usual. Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
my
Miss JJ.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my daughter. She had a baby, so I'm a grandpa.
Happy
Grandpa, there you
that,
go. Salute,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Feeling old in a bitch.
So you know exactly what I'm talking. But hey, when I was talking about feeling old and thinking about the future, I bet you it's hitting home, right? But hitting the heart right there, like you like I'm in the same boat. You know?
Hey, but you know what? I'm still the box state bully that ain't never gonna change. Hey, So
You're gonna have to battle.
not-
You know, there's another dude that's calling himself the Box State Bully.
yeah,
Oh shit.
that's cool. Them is all peons. But shout out,
You're the
shout out
original, huh? The original
always
Box State Bully.
day one, day one. Shout out to Al B's for She's. Be on the lookout for the new album, Big Weez and Al B's for She's. Sorry
Yes.
it's not dropping on 420, guys. We apologize. There's gonna be a pushback on it, so we're looking early May for the release of the album. So
Good
but
things
once
are
we
worth
do,
waiting for. Good things are worth waiting for.
just know we're about 75% done with the album.
Nice. And Albies is a beast, man. Like Albies is one of my favorites, bro, of
Beast.
Denver hip hop, man. He's
Yes.
definitely somebody that should have already been to that other level. You know, it's people like him that just need some money behind him, and he would just take off because Albies is super dope, bro. He's actually Albies is one of my favorite performers. I'm a performer, man. When I get on stage, I kill that shit. And Albies is one of the guys that I look up to. You know, that I can say that, you know, he's up there rocking it. Like he's just I seen this guy, you know, dance and hop off the stage and run around the fucking stage and get back up and, you know, just do his thing. Like his energy and his performance is super dope, man. So, you know, shout out to the boy Albies. He's one of the people that I always there's not too many performers in Colorado that I've seen that are on that level, and Albies is one of them, man. He's up there. He's, you know, he rocks it. So
Hey,
you
look.
got a good project coming out, man, with Albies. If it's going to be something, I know it's going to be really nice.
Hey, look.
Yes.
So, and I got to give a big shout out to him in regards to make sure you follow and check out his candy and order out his candy.
Puff heads.
Oh shit!
I got the delivery LBs, and thank you, the kids, and I ate all of that up. You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
So it
Okay.
was delicious. He's got freeze dried candy. He sent us some freeze dried peeps and freeze dried Skittles. And those freeze dried Skittles about killed me because I ain't supposed to be having sugar and stuff like that. But woo, yeah, I went in on them, man. Those things are delicious. So, Puffheads, make sure you support the homie Al B's. He is a grinder through and through, man. He hustles, man. He puts that work in. Respect to the real people that put the real work in, man. Much love to each one, every single one of y'all. Usual Suspect Sesh will be here tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow or on this Monday coming up, next week is 420 week, right? I've got a very, very busy schedule for you on Ghost Boogie 66 on twitch.tv and the Usual Suspect Sesh and B-Boys Underground, because on 421, we're going to have some special guests pulling up. And also, we are giving away the fully signed tour, the Cypress Hill tour poster from 2024. We legalized it tour from Cypress Hill. It's a fully autographed tour poster being given away courtesy of Huggy Farms, our sponsor. He helped sponsor me and all my endeavors and everything like that. Shout out to Huggy Farms. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday to him. He'll be on the sesh with us. He was on a sesh with us last Monday. And then this next week that we have coming up, Tuesday, I have a special episode popping up with you with the one and only OG DJ Silos from the Beat Junkies, y'all. Yes, man. You're going to talk about some real culture, some West Coast culture. DJ, he's been around it all. He's a part of a documentary and everything. We're going to get into the filming of that because they are part of the scene that helped shape the real underground hip hop scene and still keeps it alive to this day. So I cannot wait to have this interview. This guy is so humble and we appreciate him for doing this. And then again, then Wednesday from Delinquent Habits, we've got the one and only Ives Iverson tapping in normal time. So stay tuned for that. And then Thursday, of course, Usual Suspect Sesh will be right back, and Ghost Boogie will be streaming on Friday again. So keep it locked in. Ghost Boogie 66 on Twitch. Shout out to my B-Boys Underground family. Much love to happy grandpa, to this bro over here. I'm so proud and happy for
Rams
you,
right there,
man.
baby.
Much
Let's do
like
it.
salute. Yes. Shout out to Mad Ways. Shout out to my usual
Congratulations, man.
suspect, Sam Such family. Shout out to G Dash, who couldn't be with us, and shout out to Wifey. I hope you feel better. And most importantly, I gotta give a big shout out to my wifey, Mama Boogie, who holds it down. Much love. Without her, none of this is possible. I love you. And keep it positive, keep it pushing, keep persevering, and we out, y'all. Peace.
Peace out. Much love. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Yes.